Oh, what a morning. Headphone volumes at an appropriate level. Everybody's all fired up and ready to go. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. I will tell you, Jim is not here. It's a scheduled thing, though. He's probably still sick, so I don't want to say it's not a sick day, because he didn't take care of himself at all this week. But I believe he's on the plane. He's going to Sandy Franny. He'll be in San Francisco all weekend. So if you're in the San Francisco area, you'll be able to see Jim Norton in his own climate. Jim Norton is at his most comfortable, let's just say, in the San Francisco area. So I would say that would be the time to see Jim Norton. You'll enjoy him. Go out and see him. I love when Jim is here. I want him here all the time. But at the same time, and this is really because I have a big weekend myself. It's WrestleMania weekend. And I started the week just excited, just elated. People are like, oh, it's like Christmas for me. It's more than Christmas. It's better than Christmas. WrestleMania weekend is the best weekend of the year. But, I'm very busy for WrestleMania weekend. I'm doing a whole bunch of shows. I've got NXT tomorrow. I've got WrestleMania on Sunday. I have the Hall of Fame on Saturday. Very, very busy. And over the weekend, I was like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to come. It's going to be so exciting. But as soon as Monday came, I said the universe is testing me because I just feel, and it's only gotten worse as the week has progressed, it's just sickness and disease that's following me everywhere that I go. And it's the one weekend that I don't want to get sick. I don't care about being sick. You take a day off. You drink a whole bunch of vitamin C, you'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I don't care. Except for this weekend. This is the one weekend, especially with a voice thing. It can't happen. So, it starts on Monday with Jim coming in, and he can't talk. And I'm like, okay, it's just Jim. We're a whole table apart from each other. I'm sure whatever he's got, I won't get it. It'll be fine. Then Tuesday comes. Oh, where's intern Reed? Oh, he's out sick today. He's at the emergency room because he's vomiting so much. I don't know how much you have to vomit to go to the emergency room, but it's probably not something that just crept up overnight. I'm saying, so he had emergency room vomiting going on the Monday, right? Whatever that starts on the Monday.
Yes.
When I saw him. Then, Elias was in here yesterday. Jim was still here, just as sick as always. Now, not only can he not talk, he's puking so much that he has to go home. And I look at the WWE's publicist, Joe, and I go, hey, good to see you. Thanks for bringing Elias by. And he goes, oh, yeah, good to see you too, Sam. What? Why are you talking like that? I think it's bronchitis. I'm on the Z-Packs.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, you're doing this. I get home. Guess what's waiting for me at home?
What?
A pile of dog puke. The dog is sick. The dog is throwing up. Jess comes home with little baby Edgar. Little baby Edgar's all night. I went upstairs last night and just watched old Jim Breuer interviews on my own. I said I have to quarantine myself at some point. Now it's Thursday. I don't have anything yet. But I can't help but feel like it's just everywhere. And I don't know why this week it has to be everywhere. But everywhere I turn, somebody is sick, and not just a little sniffly sick, but terribly sick. I've never seen Jim that sick, at least, in the last couple of years. He doesn't show up, he doesn't get sick like that. I was busting his chops yesterday, but he doesn't get sick like that. It's just everywhere. So now I've got to live in this paranoid state about trying to watch everything, how I interact with everybody. I've washed my hands over and over and over again. I've got packets of emergency and vitamin C supplements that I'm just downing all the time. And usually I don't even care. I go, let the world do what the world is going to do to me. If I get sick, I'll sleep it off. I'll rest it off. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'll cure it. It'll be no problem. But now is when it's all happening. And of course, that's the way it happens, right?
You should wear the face mask like the Asian people in Chinatown do.
Yeah, you're right. If everywhere I go, if I just wear one of those medical face masks, I'll be the smart one. I mean, people will think I look like a moron, I think. But they won't know that I'm the one who's actually smart.
Yeah.
You see people get on planes with those.
Yeah, of course.
And you go, what's that guy's problem? He must be paranoid. But
you get it.
now I understand. Maybe he had something very important to do. Maybe he had a very important weekend where he couldn't be around all these people that are not taking care of themselves. And then I start to get resentful of everybody who's sick. Like I'm angry at everybody who's sick. Like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you getting sick? It's making my life more difficult. I feel resentments building when, like, somebody sneezes or somebody coughs. Why are you doing that? Get away from me. You know,
Yeah.
It's not a reasonable sort of, I hope he's feeling okay. It's, what's wrong with you? Take care of yourself. You're affecting me now.
You know what's good about those face masks, too? I've seen them where people have them bedazzled.
Okay.
So maybe you could put Not Sam.
Okay, throw a little branding on
Or
it.
your
you're saying.
logo.
Yeah. Customize it.
Listen, you're sick, you're avoiding the sickness, but you're also advertising.
Right. That could be huge.
NotSam.com.
That way, if there's any sort of pictures taken where they're like, oh, look how stupid Sam looks, at the same time, we're getting some plugs out there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. If I go that route, that's what I'll do. What? I'm getting a note that vitamin D is the best vitamin to help prevent being sick. Whoever wrote that, I swear to God, if you're flirting with me right now,
I think it's true.
I don't want to hear that.
I think it's Reed, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I know what the young people refer to vitamin D
I do
as.
too.
Troy has given a lot of people vitamin D. He must be sick. Yeah, he's shared that vitamin D. An analysis published Wednesday suggests that the sunshine vitamin can help reduce the risk of respiratory infections, including cold and flu. I guess vitamin D supplements are going to be the way to go then.
You could also, I think you get that from tanning beds, so you maybe go work on your tan.
That's not a bad idea.
Get a base for the summer?
Yeah, and it's not like anybody's going to sit there and go, because that way, even if something terrible happens, at least I won't look sickly because I've done some tanning.
That's right.
You know? I'm seeing here, let's see, this is, this supplement is 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, antioxidants, B vitamins, and electrolytes. Daily immune support, but doesn't say anything about vitamin D. Nothing. So I could have been doing this whole thing and working on it, but the one vitamin, I mean, look at me. Does it look like I get enough sunlight? I don't think so. If anybody's got a vitamin D deficiency, well, it's probably me and also Travis. I think you would say that.
Well, good news. It's going to be sunny today.
Okay.
So maybe when you get home, it's going to be warm, too. It's going to be a high of 56. Maybe go outside and just soak up some sunshine.
Just soak up the rays.
It's not going to hurt you.
Right. Put on some Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
Just to really get the vibe right. Soak up the sun. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. I'm also getting a note that the masks are referred to as SARS masks, but that's like a colloquial and somewhat racist term, I think. It's not medically, it's not known as a SARS mask. Tony in Cleveland.
Sammy!
Hey, buddy.
How you doing today, babe?
I was better before you said that.
Oh, what's wrong, babe? You're not feeling a little tickle in your throat, are you?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not feeling sick. And the other thing is, like, part of it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, where usually the way I avoid being sick is I just never acknowledge symptoms. I ignore the onslaught. When you feel, oh, maybe you're getting sick, you just ignore it. And you just push through, and a lot of times it goes away before it kicks in.
That's right.
But
What?
I'm now stuck
So
in this
that's how you've
spot.
been battling the AIDS?
No, I'm not. Wow. Yeah, I just don't get it checked. If nobody tells you have it, you're clean.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. Hey, I'm thinking everybody might be getting sick around you because you're carrying it like Typhoid Mary in your beard.
Ooh,
Oh, that's actually not a good
It's
call.
probably
Not a
just
bad call.
there, and people that are close to you keep catching it, but it can't get past your mustache.
Look, I'm
That's
just.
just a thought, babe.
It's not a bad idea, Tony. I wish some of your word usage was different, but it's not a bad thought. I'm just saying, if I pop up over the weekend and my hair, beard, and eyebrows are gone, you're gonna know what happened. I feel like the way I'm living right now is how Howard Hughes was living all the time. I feel like just letting my fingernails grow, walking around with tissue boxes for shoes, and just trying to avoid anything, anyone, and everyone. Let me take care of the tasks at hand this weekend. All I need to do is get to Monday. That's it. Just clear Sunday night. I'm talking Monday at midnight. Just clear Sunday night, and then I don't care. I don't care what disease rains down on me at that point. I don't care if I have to amputate an arm after Monday. That's fine. I just can't do it before Monday. And I think that that's reasonable. But everybody around me doesn't want it. Everybody around me wants to see me go down. I can tell. Everybody. Because, why else would this be happening?
It would be funny if you were talking like Jim at WrestleMania. I mean, just for the humor factor. Obviously, I don't want you to be sick.
You kind of do.
All right, maybe a little bit, but,
I'm really excited. This is going to be big. You know what, Sam? We got to take you off.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks. That's my opportunity. And it's especially an important opportunity because we all remember what happened last year at WrestleMania. Not my finest moment.
Oh, no, that was bad. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, I've been reminded of it for the last year. I kind of need to knock this one out of the park because that way at least I can say, no, I did better at the next one.
Yeah, you got to redeem yourself.
Because last year's WrestleMania, it wasn't the mark of perfection for Sam Roberts. I'll tell you that.
It was an abortion.
Okay, all right. I don't know if it goes so far as to say abortion. Those are ugly, messy, and just death, right?
It's hard to argue that it's
when I phrase it like that, it is. It's not. I guess it's not. It's not totally off. Yeah, and then of course with this schedule, we don't end up sleeping enough hours in the night. Which is the worst thing you can do when you're trying to avoid any of these plagues that are just following me everywhere that I go. Luckily, I'm out of the house this afternoon. I'm going and staying in the Brooklyn area away from everybody. And I swear to God, if there is even a slight risk of any of this happening, I will lock myself in a room by myself until I need to do the work that I need to do. And that's
you
it.
Just considered like canceling your WrestleMania appearance just in case?
That makes no sense.
But you don't want to mess up. Like Troy said, it was an abortion last year.
But that's, again, I argued that point that Troy just said that.
Nobody wants two abortions.
No, you'd look like a real fucking asshole.
Oh, my God.
And the body never fully recovers after two, does it? It makes it real. The doctors tell you the second one is not good for the body.
No.
So maybe just to,
No, you know why?
Save yourself.
No, because I don't fear failure.
And also be better for Monday.
I'm gonna be best.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be best across the board. I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna not be, having metaphorical abortions, if that's really the word that you want to use. I'm not gonna have metaphorical abortions. No, we're gonna push through, and we're gonna prosper. That's the plan. And also, hopefully this weekend will go well, and then Monday will come, and we won't need to bring up the incidents of last year anymore.
It's probably already infected you.
What has?
All the sickness at home.
Oh,
I told everybody, I'm not down with the sickness. I don't care what any songs you're playing. That's the other thing. I'm sure, the rock channel here at SiriusXM is just playing Down with the Sickness nonstop. Just everybody is, whether they know it or not, maybe on a subconscious level, they're all trying to sabotage me.
You don't want to get up?
No, I don't get up.
all right.
No, I'm not disturbed at all. I'm actually very well in my right mind. Okay.
I mean, I think if your family's already sick, you're definitely going to get sick.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Why do you say, oh my God? First of all, Troy.
Plus, it's only Thursday. This might not hit until
boy.
Saturday.
Oh, boy.
If it hits on Saturday, I can push through Sunday, I think.
You don't know that. You were completely healthy last year and you didn't push through. Like Troy said, abortion.
That has nothing to do with anything. That's a total separate point. I don't even know why you brought that up just
but
now.
imagine how it would be if you were also sick.
Oh, boy.
Right.
Not good.
And Troy, taking advice, you giving me your opinion on what happens when you live with your family is like me taking driving advice from a squirrel. Okay, you live perpetually alone. You're the opposite of a guy who has a family.
That's true.
Okay, all right, good. Shane in Indiana, what's up, Shane?
Morning, boys. What's going on? All right. From the moment of exposure, the incubation period is 72 hours,
Okay.
and then it's 48 to 72 after that
Okay,
are the worst times for that.
okay.
But if you catch it, a remedy to not get sick is to take like a baby-sized fingertip of Vicks and jam that in your urethra, and you should be good to go.
All right, are you sure about this, Shane?
Positive. 100% positive.
Okay, I mean, it's just a little fingertip.
like a baby size finger. You really want to pack it deep down in there.
Okay.
You know, you got to get it deep down in there and just let it simmer. You'll be good to go.
I mean, it's not.
Shane calls all the time. He knows what he's talking about.
It's true. I feel like Shane wouldn't sabotage.
No.
You know, he's not. Shane, of all the people, is no saboteur.
Is that his name? I thought it was a different name.
What was it, Sheezy or something like that? I believe it was Sheezy, if I'm not mistaken.
Or you could just confront it head on and be like, okay, and start licking doorknobs, try to get your immune system up, and just battle it that way.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Because in order to get your immune system up, you have to get a little bit sick at first. And that would mean that I would have to be sick this weekend.
No, this day, today.
You don't just get sick for one day and then everything's fine. That's not how that works. Like, you wouldn't lick a doorknob this morning and then this afternoon be sick and then your immune system's better tomorrow.
You don't know. It's like the flu shot.
Right?
So you get the shot, you feel a little under the weather because it's like a little bit of the sickness.
But that's a lot. You're licking doorknobs now.
Just a little lick.
Oh, I see. I see. Just like a dab of the tongue.
Yeah.
Just like press the tongue, not necessarily a full swipe.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to blow the doorknob.
Oh, okay. All right. That was my instinct. I didn't know. That was just that was where my mind went. Chris in New Jersey has some help for me. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, first, I just found out the other day. I know you're a big wrestlehead. So, well, first off, I have a beef with Travis. I've sent him like 6 DMs and he hasn't answered me.
That one's my bad.
Yeah, if you guys are out there, Travis does have his DMs open on Twitter.
Yeah.
So if you want to let Travis know really anything, what you think of his performance on the air, or just what you're doing with your day.
You know, all my real conversations now get lost in all of these DMs.
Did it help on your birthday when we sent out the? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, hit up Travis Teft on Twitter, but make sure it's not an @ mention. It's a nice, intimate DM.
Yep.
Yeah.
I send him pictures of my dog all the time, and I figured, one fellow dog to another, he should answer.
Somebody sent me a screenshot of a DM that they had with Travis. They got him so good. It was some kind of Disney ticket or something. He was like, "Hey, Travis, I have some kind of Disney pass or something like that. Do you want it?" And Travis,
I think it was a video game.
A video game. Okay, yeah. I got passed.
I remember this guy. Yeah.
I got a pass to some video game. Do you want it? And Travis responded
"Sure, I'll
to him.
take it."
He goes like this: "Are you sure you don't want to use it?" And he goes, "Nope, here it is." And he just sends him a picture of a big black dick.
Got you good.
I remember that guy.
Nailed him. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah.
So, do you remember, Sam, a wrestler named Julio Gennaro?
Sure.
I work with that guy. He's just like an old white guy. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
But, so as far as a couple of cold remedies, one, smiles and laughter help.
Okay,
So
that's what I'm going to try to
would
deliver today.
Watch Glide by JD and the Straight Shot on repeat.
Okay.
And then the other remedy that my grandmother taught me was if you just wear a diaper and go to the bathroom in a diaper for a day, it clears out the toxins in your body and it resets your body. So try wearing a diaper and just pissing and shitting in it for a day.
Okay, maybe I'll do. Thank you very much, Chris. That's probably right. Maybe if I do Chris's theory of the diaper and Shane's theory of the Vicks Vapo Rub in the urethra, it'll kind of be the best of both worlds, and I just take care of everything that way.
All your bases are covered.
Right, and then I'll just say, Jess, Daddy needs a changing, and she'll go, oh, there's like piss and shit and Vapo Rub in this diaper. Like this is. I go, yeah, well, I'm not sick though, right? She'll go, that's true. Enjoy your weekend.
It works.
Have a good one. You know who's having a more rough time than me trying to combat all this disease and sabotage? Is poor Joe Biden.
Oh,
Joe
boy.
Biden cannot catch a break to save his life. There's more accusers. And this truly is Me Too run amok. When they say more accusers, I heard Joe Biden's quote-unquote accusers being described on the radio this morning on the news station, not even an opinion, on the news station as telling their story. Usually when you hear somebody is telling their story, it's something so courageous. You know what I mean? It's something so like, oh my God, I can't believe finally they're opening up and they're telling their story.
Speaking their truth.
Exactly. Truth to power. Joe Biden put his hands on my shoulders. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I could see where that would be uncomfortable. It says 3 more women. 3 more women. Which brings the total, I think, to 7. 7 women have now come forward. And they've all accused Joe Biden of inappropriate touching. Now, when you say inappropriate touching, and maybe this is me showing my age, I was always under the impression that inappropriate touching was bathing suit area. That's what they would say, right? The bathing suit area was the inappropriate area. For these accusers, nobody is accusing Joe Biden of touching the bathing suit area that I've seen so far. It's all just sort of uncomfortable shoulder rubs and Eskimo kisses. 3 more women have come forward with accounts of inappropriate touching involving former Vice President Joe Biden. By the way, we don't need all these women to come forward. We've all seen the videos.
There's compilations.
Yeah, they're all out there. Nobody is sitting there going, I can't believe it. This is news to me. I can't believe this is, and this really tells you where we're at with the news media, that the news is acting like these are news stories. You know, that Joe Biden hasn't even announced, by the way, that he's running for president. He's thinking about running for president. And these women are coming forward to announce that the things that we saw on video years ago happened, even though we all saw them and know that. And the news is going, hey, did you hear about this? And you're like, yeah, when it happened, I saw it. We were all like, oh, that's weird, and moved on. But not anymore. It says the 3 women told the Washington Post stories similar to those of 4 other women who have described unwanted touching. In 2016, one of the women who was 50, one of 51 sexual assault victims who appeared on stage, blah, 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 says, okay, so this woman, she's on stage with Lady Gaga at the Oscars. Biden introduced her, and after the performance, she met with him and shared her story about a sexual assault victim who committed suicide. According to the report, Biden responded by holding her hands and placing his forehead on hers. This is an actual sexual assault victim, she's saying, right? She was actually sexually assaulted and is still deciding that this guy who was just a little too nice, I'm now going to come forward and say, yeah, he held my hands. I've heard some of the women saying it was a beat too long. A beat too long is where we're at.
I mean, you can clearly see it in the videos.
I guess.
How come nobody brings up all these compilation videos? There's a lot of little kids, and he's kissing little kids and smelling their hair and stuff. Why does that not
You're in
come
support
up?
of that, though, right, Troy?
No.
Well, soon it will be normalized if Troy gets his way.
Well, you wait. 50 years.
I don't think that's the proper response.
Yeah, you see, I'm right on this one.
No, you guys are seeing the tweets that we get where it shows shit like this happening. I see you guys tagged on those.
You're right. And I'm just checking all my app mentions. Every single one of them. I got to see what the pulse is. I got to find out. What are the folks talking about? And it says here, the encounter was snapped in a photograph, which was widely shared. But if you're a sexual assault victim and the vice president is just kind of holding your hands and putting his forehead on yours, I mean, you could sit there and go, this is a little awkward. But it doesn't really move forward from a little bit awkward, does it? It's awkward. It's weird.
You're kind of violating somebody's space.
Are you?
I mean, you can't do that. You know that. You can't walk around the halls here and, even if somebody's upset.
My forehead is so big, I can barely help but to touch people with it. Every time I turn around, somebody's getting hit with this massive thing. But that's not, you're right. Joe Biden doesn't have that type of a problem.
No.
That's my issue.
Yeah.
But I don't hold people's hands like that.
Or touch their hair.
No, I don't touch people's hairs. A former White House intern, and this is where we're at. Look, it used to be a former White House intern was coming forward because the president's jizz was on her dress. Okay, that's the bar that's been set.
Yeah.
A former intern came forward. We found out the president's semen was on her dress, and the world came out and made fun of her. That's what happened with the Clinton Lewinsky thing. You saw the A&E thing. It reminded all of us. Lewinsky comes forward as an intern. She gets secretly recorded. So she didn't even really confess to this. Right. She gets secretly recorded. She's forced to tell the world the president's jizz is on your dress. Also, the DNA from the insides of your body are on his cigar. We'll leave it at that. We'll keep it classy. And she's the one who gets made fun of. We now go, 20, 25 years into the future? And this is the story coming from the White House interns. She described as similar actions, not to what I just said, to what the woman said with the forehead and the holding hands, by the vice president during an encounter when she was walking out of the basement of the West Wing. Biden walked over to her to shake her hand. He then put his hand on the back of my head. Uh-oh. and pressed his forehead to my forehead while he talked to me. Like, that's just a guy who doesn't quite understand social mores, I think. That's very different from, oh, you guys are going to need this dress? Why? Oh, because the president's jizz is on it. You know? When you see the vice president grab me by the back of the head and you're going, oh, no. Placed his forehead on mine and talked to me. It's like, oh, seems like a little weird.
It's very weird.
It's not as bad as what else you could do. What were you if you heard somebody in power in the Me Too era that we're living in? Somebody in power put their hands on the back of an intern's head. Where do you think that's going?
Yeah,
a lot worse than forehead to forehead contact. Forehead to another kind of head contact is where I thought it was going. A third person in 2008, a former Democratic staffer who now works for a nonprofit group that fights sexual harassment, told the Washington Post that Biden held her for a beat too long at a reception that she was helping to set up. Do you really think that that's a story that is worth telling? That you got to come forward? You know what? Now that everybody's telling their stories, I need to come to the newspaper and say, one time he held me for a beat too long. Or is that more? That feels a little anecdotal, no?
And then what happened? Nothing.
Not yet. That's the end. A beat too long at a reception she was helping to set up. A beat too long.
You just can't do that.
Hold somebody for a beat too long?
Yeah.
I mean, I got.
You understand guys are fucking creeps. Like, guys are animals inside, and you have to, like, control it. He can't control this.
I don't think he's being a creep.
He's being a weirdo.
Yeah, he's being a weirdo, but I don't think he knows it. I don't think there's anything sexual about it.
I can't believe we've played the compilation videos here of him smelling little kids and kids moving away because he's trying to kiss them.
He's a weirdo.
We've seen that. You guys have seen that.
Yeah, but he's just a weirdo.
He's a weirdo. Creep.
Yeah, but you're trying to kiss little kids and they're obviously moving out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you think, oh, that's probably not a good idea? You guys have seen that. That's not creepy.
It's weird.
I mean, yeah, and like Sam already said, he doesn't pick up on social cues.
He's not. Yeah, that's his issue. Because guess what? Pedophiles, they're not sitting there going, I like women of all ages. They're going, kids are awesome. I love children. That's what they're saying. Don't do it, Travis.
Boy. Got that one.
I saw him. I saw you.
Saw my mouth say, mark that.
Yeah, mark that. But that's what they're saying, right? They're not sitting there going, I just want some forehead contact. If you're really a pedophile creep, you're not just looking for forehead contact from a 51-year-old woman.
I don't think Biden's a pedophile. I just think, sometimes guys are creepy and, like to smell a girl's hair, like the scent of a woman. And he just can't control himself. He can't control himself.
He likes it. Well, if he can't control himself, and this is as bad as he's gotten, smelling a girl's hair, it's like weird. It's a weird move. It's a creepy uncle move.
It's a creepy move.
But, I feel like you've probably done creepier things.
Yeah, but I'm not running for president.
Thank God, right?
Whew.
That would, you talk about Pandora's box being opened up. Oh, that wouldn't be good, would it?
Nope. No, sir.
This is a good question. Derek in Alabama.
Yeah, I've known guys like this that, are creepers or weirdos, but I've also known guys like this that do the same thing with guys where it's like that with everybody. They're not really weird about it. It's just, could make a distinction.
Yeah, but there's no video of him being as creepy with guys or as weird with guys, whatever word you want to use, creepy with guys as with women. Like, it's definitely something with women. But there's also, it's one of those, like, there's something paternal about it as well. Creepy paternal, weird paternal, but paternal in the sense that he's not following up with any of these women. He's not calling them later. He's not sitting there pulling R. Kelly moves where he's trying to get the phone number to bring them over and to continue on.
He's not asking about passports?
He's not asking for passports. He doesn't even care if these women have their shots.
That's a good point.
Which, based on the bar that's been set for men, pretty good. Pretty good that he's not asking about passports or shots. But, he's just walking around trying to get some forehead contact, hand squeeze, shoulder rub, hair sniff, and then he's out the door.
Men, like I was saying, men are pigs. Men,
you're normalizing your own behavior, but go on.
Men get a dopamine drip.
Let me ask you, hey Travis, Do you ever think that Troy tries to justify his own behavior by associating it with the entire gender?
Probably on an hourly basis.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
no offense to either of you guys, but, I wouldn't say you're filled with sexual energy.
I'm a beast.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think Sam and I just feed off each other, actually.
Yeah, that's true. There's just a sexuality that moves back and forth. I am a sexual dynamo. By the way, there is more evidence that I'm a sexual dynamo than you. I've left it in twice. Confirmed.
That's very
Confirmed.
True. It's true.
There's a woman that's taken my seed more than once, okay?
That's true.
And that's on the books. There's no denying it.
I mean, there's women that have taken my seed.
Who
It just
knows?
hasn't worked.
Who knows? If you say so,
Well,
okay.
Actually, I did get somebody pregnant.
There's evidence of one. I
One.
will give you that one. And there is I give you one.
And praise the good Lord above for the miscarriage.
That's true. And I praise him for that, too. Because who knows? That little monster that'd be running around right now.
Boy.
It'd be terrible. Scott in Illinois.
Yeah, just quick side note. Sam, you think you're getting your old lady knocked up, but in reality, it's her coworker, and you're just getting the credit for it.
That would be that would be a buzzkill. That would be a big bummer.
It would suck. No, man, this dude is so creepy. I don't even understand how you guys can say weird. Like, he's literally pictures of him giving underboob on a little girl.
Yeah.
Like, they look so scared and so awkward with this dude freaking fondling them and touching them, man. He's a creep. It's going to come out. I promise, man. There's no way all this shit out in the public.
Yeah.
Dude, he's going to burn.
And when it does, okay, and when it does, I'm not going to sit I'm not going to sit here and go like, "Oh, that's crazy." But I'm sitting here going, you would have thought something would have already come out. It goes beyond shoulder rubbing. Now we are looking at a photo, and if this is undoctored, and it appears to be undoctored, I believe this photo. I am looking at a photo of a boy who I would say is of the age of 6 or 7 years old, and Joe Biden is cupping his face. He's grabbing his whole head. His palms are on his cheeks, and his fingers extend to behind the boy's ears. And he is leaning in for a big, fat, smoochy kiss on the lips.
Yep.
Is that Joe Biden's son or?
Nope.
No, it's just a kid.
And look, if you had Dennis Falcone walking around these halls,
Oh, my God.
and he was touching people's shoulders, and somebody brought their kids in for bring your kids to work day.
Joe Biden right in this picture, he does look like Dennis Falcone at the company Christmas party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so this guy, Dennis Falcone walks up and kisses some other kid on the lips like this. You would not be like, "Oh, it's fine, Dennis Falcone."
Dennis Falcone, he was actually banned from company Christmas parties for his behavior, and he was trying to kiss coworkers that were of age.
He was trying to get girls to sit on the Xerox machine too.
He
And
actually,
that's another guy who doesn't get social cues.
Dennis Falcone.
Yeah.
Right.
And you wouldn't
Maybe it's a
justify if
generational
he was
thing.
doing that. You would be like, "It's fine."
No, if anything, I called attention to how horrible it was.
So now, why are you justifying his behavior?
Maybe I'm a lib cuck. I don't know.
I mean, is there anybody listening that would disagree with that?
Let's try Brian in Philly. What's up, Brian?
Hey, Sammy. So this is the new norm, right? Because Brett Kavanaugh had some wackadoodle accuse him of something. There's no video. Fucking, there's nothing. And the nerd had to go get his yearbook diary from 30 years ago to prove he was innocent.
Yeah, I still have questions about Brett Kavanaugh. I don't think that the Devil's Triangle. I don't know that the devil. I've never heard of a drinking game called the Devil's Triangle. I've been Googling, I've been researching, and I know of the Devil's Triangle. I've never participated in one myself.
You ever play quarters?
Yeah?
It's like that.
Oh, okay, now I understand. But so you think that this is all related to Brett Kavanaugh?
No, I'm saying it's the new norm.
I see.
Like, they're always going to be accused of shit, no matter how stupid it is. But here's video evidence and photos over and over again. And lib cucks like you
Right.
Thank you.
somehow don't mind it so much.
Well, I don't know because, I mean, it's a good call, Brian, but the ladies on The View seem to be on his side, too. So I feel like if I'm lining up with The View, I can't be all wrong, right? Listen to what they were saying.
I do wonder if she could have sent him a letter,
that's
right? Like send him a personal note to say, hey, this happened a few years ago. Now I feel
What person, isn't that amazing? Of all the people that have ever accused any public figure of being inappropriate with their touching, when have the women on The View go, well, why didn't she just write him a letter? Why didn't she just send him a letter? It's this one only.
Yeah.
confident and telling you about it. I don't want to make this public. I always wonder when these things come out, what is the motive for this person? Is it simply to...
What? Okay, look. Say what you want about Joe Biden if you believe it or if you don't, but how is this not... If this were anybody else, wouldn't the View ladies be bashing for victim shaming? Like, isn't this why people get bashed for victim shaming?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is not good.
Travis found a great website.
Okay, I thought Travis had sent a website saying that Joe Biden had officially announced his candidacy because it's joebiden.info, which sounds legit to me. And then there's a big picture of Joe Biden, and it says Biden 2020, and then right under it is a montage of GIFs and photos of Joe Biden inappropriately squeezing and touching and kissing people.
I mean, look, he grabs this girl's chest.
The one above it. Look at that one.
I mean, the evidence is tremendous. Oh, my God. Look at the one on the far right where he's just, like, caressing that girl's skull.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Oh, that's weird. There's a lot of footage, Troy. There's a lot of footage. But let's hear what the ladies on The View. I mean, maybe they're right.
Let people know I was uncomfortable, which you could have done in private, or is it because you maybe want someone else to win and you want him to have doubts about actually announcing for presidency? I've had concerns about the Me Too movement from the beginning, about getting to this place where
it's weird you didn't say anything
you can't
before.
have normal interactions with each other. That is to say, like, this one was uncomfortable, and that's her place. But are we going to get to a place where we can't shake hands, we can't hug each other, because that to me was uncomfortable? I worry about that.
Okay, hugging hands.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, whatever lady from The View that was, we're not really worried about hand-holding going away. We're worried about our daughters having their skulls caressed by the potential president of the United States. Look, it is disconcerting that we've gone from believe all women to it being totally okay. The View's not getting backlash. Are they, Travis? Is The View's getting backlash for this or no?
Not so much, no.
Not really, right?
I haven't read anything, no.
This lady just went on and said, I've had concerns about the Me Too movement since the beginning. And that was sacrilegious 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, you couldn't say that.
No.
You couldn't be like, can you imagine if somebody on this show had been like, I've had concerns about the Me Too movement. I'd go like, whoa, we're on the air right now. What are you
saying?
What are you doing right now? Are you trying to commit suicide? But now it's like, I guess we all have, right? Who knows? This might kill the Me Too movement.
You know how old guys that sit on like a bench at the mall and they have to like say something to when they don't, that filter is gone.
Sure.
That's what's happening with him, but he's been doing this for years.
Right.
And getting away with it.
Oh, yeah. This is worse than like George H.W. Bush pinching asses and stuff like that. Not as bad as Clinton, I don't think.
Clinton's bad.
He was jizzing on interns. You can't jizz on your interns. No. That's a lesson that Travis learned the hard way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Quite a punishment
It's
for
a
that.
different time.
Yeah.
Social norms have changed.
They have. Yep. They have.
And I will be more conscious of people's personal spaces.
Here's what Whoopi said about Biden.
That pisses me off. Yeah. I'm telling you, because, I don't want Joe to stop doing that.
I don't either.
You know?
I'm just going to say one thing really quick.
Go ahead.
There's a certain kind of retail politician that loves people. I would put Bill Clinton in that category. I would put my father in that category. I would certainly put Joe Biden in that category.
Oh, boy. That's not, I don't know if Meghan McCain, I love Meghan McCain. That's not helpful. I would put, first of all, it's not good to your dad. Just keep your dad out of that category. But to put Bill Clinton and Joe Biden in the same category, I don't think you know what you're saying right now.
This is all crazy talk.
Yeah, we just talked about Bill Clinton just on an intern confirmed. 100% confirmed, right?
Right.
Okay. They did a DNA test and everything. They still have the dress.
It's his jizz.
The jizz is still, to this day, there's 30-year-old jizz on that dress.
Yeah.
Still there.
Yep.
Came on this show, he's the only politician, other than my father, to go into the crowd and shake everyone's hand.
True. Yeah.
Now, that means something when you're in Iowa. And I'm sorry, but when I heard this, I read her entire statement. I do agree women should be heard. I'm sorry, I worked at Fox News during the Roger Ailes time. There's a very big difference between things like that and things like this. And Mika Brzezinski said this morning, Democrats, you have to ask yourselves, what exactly is the Me Too line you want to draw? Because you will live and die by that line. Joe Biden is a good, decent man. I do not believe he has never made me feel uncomfortable once. I've been around him a lot.
So can we conclude that it will not hurt him?
I hope not, but I think Democrats, what I said on Friday about Democrats cannibalizing each other and eating their own, and the part you brought up about politics, She said on Jake Tapper that her politics, it was politically motivated. She says politics was definitely impetus. The impetus is the reason why we're having the conversations. And I'm sorry, she was a Bernie Sanders supporter in 2016. She was just seen at Beto O'Rourke
What she
events.
meant by that was that because he's running, it's a political thing.
But
yeah.
if she's a Bernie or Beto person, maybe she feels more inclined now. I don't know.
These View ladies watch a lot of news. They know what everybody's saying on all the shows. Paulie in Niagara Falls.
Yo, what's up, Sam? How's it going, buddy?
Good, buddy.
Yo, so it's really bullshit, man. The breaking Biden's balls. Like, yeah, he's doing creepy shit. Don't get me wrong. But maybe he's just a little fucking Aspergery. You know what I mean? Like, we all got that friend that... Go ahead.
I was going to say that, as Travis and I talk about not picking up on social cues, there is something that the spectrum that is so often brought up, part of that spectrum is the way you interpret society. And I think that there is some of that going on here. The Joe Biden does have trouble figuring out the way society reads certain things. That's part of it.
Right. Why can't these women just kind of back up or grab his fucking hand or step off to the side? Like, there's nothing stopping these broads from making some kind of indication that he's making them uncomfortable, no matter who the fuck he is. You know what I mean?
We are looking at footage of a girl who I'm going to guess is about 13, would you say? 13, and I've never seen anyone look so uncomfortable as she is when Joe is trying to get the forehead contact and she won't give it to him.
I mean, everyone...
Yeah, but where are the parents in this situation? Or where's his fucking handler? Like, his handler's got to be going out of his mind. Like, Joe, don't. And he still fucking does it anyway.
He does it anyway. He does it anyway. I think the only thing that Joe's got going for him, though, is the fact that there's no stories yet of him going that extra mile. Right?
That is true.
Right. So that I think goes more towards the social cue issue than the sexual issue.
Yeah, and I don't think there will be any stories.
No, I don't think so either. I'm starting to think he just loves caressing and affectionately kissing.
I don't even think he thinks about it.
Not sexually kissing.
No, just like how Dennis doesn't think about where you get your haircut is offensive.
He's still doing it.
He's still doing it.
Nobody's even talking about that thing anymore.
Nobody.
He does it in an Asian accent. It's terrible.
Social cues.
It's horrible. Joe Biden did release a statement yesterday. He went on Twitter. First, my issue is any president that's putting out cell phone videos with this kind of resolution in 2019. I mean, you talk about proving yourself as an old man. I don't know if he's using some kind of Boost Mobile burner or what he's doing. Looks like it. I don't know.
You think Joe's a little cash poor?
He may not be totally liquid at the moment because cell phone video sucks. All you need to do is turn your iPhone on and you're like, oh, what'd they do that with a TV camera? They're amazing. You could tell it's a well-lit room. When you got sunlight shining on you and an iPhone, you might as well be shooting a movie. Right. Hell, the guy who did Florida Project did an entire movie with iPhones. And Joe Biden comes off, looking like
3G Biden.
Yeah, he looks like he shot it on a Motorola Razr. Cell phone video sucks. All you need to do is turn your iPhone on, and you're like, oh, what'd they do that with a TV camera? They're amazing. You could tell it's a well-lit room. When you got sunlight shining on you and an iPhone, you might as well be shooting a movie. Right. Hell, the guy who did Florida Project did an entire movie with iPhones. And Joe Biden comes off, looking like
3G Biden.
Yeah, he looks like he shot it on a Motorola Razr. It's embarrassing. Yeah. It's embarrassing for America. The Chinese are watching this. They got all kinds. The Chinese, the Japanese, they have amazing technology. Yeah. And they're watching this going, this is the best thing this guy can come up with? Yeah. He's a joke. Let's hear what Joe had to say.
I expect to be talking to you about a whole lot of issues, and I'll always be direct with you.
Hey, pause. Listen to that audio.
Terrible.
It's horrible.
Unlistenable.
I don't even know how you get that out of a cell phone in 2019.
How do you not proof this before you go? Like, hey, let me just watch this over real quick before we post it.
He's like, hey, it's a cell phone. That's the quality, right? And they're like, no, man.
He doesn't have access to a camera crew?
Or just a phone. Just a real phone. Oh, boy. We should take a pause on Joe Biden because the Miz is outside. And Miz isn't going to be happy today.
I'm always happy. You know why I'm happy?
Why are you happy?
Because you're my first.
Is that right?
The first person on my list, and I was like, I go, where's Sam? And he goes, dude, he's first.
I couldn't say no.
I go, no way.
Yeah, I couldn't say no.
By the way, when I asked, when am I doing Sam? He goes, I'm not sure if we're doing that today. And I went, are you kidding? I literally, I felt a rage inside of me. Oh, there was a huge rage, and then I'll say, oh no, he's first.
Yeah.
And I go, better be first.
And we don't take a lot of guests in the first hour.
Why don't you? What do you mean? Why wouldn't you?
Because usually we like to set the table in the first hour, and then we start to get things moving in the second
Who do you
hour.
think you are, Howard Stern? I mean, come on.
I don't know what Howard's schedule
You take
is.
what you get.
Is that what you think?
Yes.
Look.
You're the type of talent that takes what you can get.
Look, we're a giant show here on SiriusXM.
You're huge. You're so huge that Jim didn't even decide to show up today.
Well, I think that might have something to do with you. That's why I was worried you were going to be
Jim
upset.
loves me.
I was worried you were going to be upset.
I feel like he's
exactly.
never here.
Exactly.
Is it me? Is it something I said?
I feel like
I always promote him, and I always think his comedy is absolutely fantastic, and I always sit there and say I watch his Netflix specials all the time, and then when I come here, he's never here. I promote him all the time.
Yeah. He's actually on a flight to San Francisco right now because he's playing in San Francisco this weekend.
Oh, he's so cool.
So, he's a jet setter himself.
Obviously, you're not.
Well, I don't know if you've heard.
You're going to man the ship.
There's a big event happening actually in this town this weekend.
Is there? What are you doing on it?
I'll be. I've got kickoff show fever.
Are you still making fun of me, calling me old and stuff?
Look, there was a moment on the last kickoff show. I got your age wrong.
Oh, I remember. I heard it.
I did say that the Miz was 40. And that it was a little too old.
I'm not 40. I'm 38. Thank you very much. I'm in my prime. This is like prime time for me.
I think so too, but I also think that, you running around at your age saying, I just wish that my dad loved me more is like a little, we're grown-ups here.
We are grown-ups. I was actually curious about that too, like how our fans, WWE fans, would be able to take that because our fans like a little hardcore, like a little bit more aggressive, but I honestly feel it's relatable as well. Like with my family, and I didn't realize this as well, like some of my cousins, like my dad's brothers and sisters, they actually came up to me and went, after they saw my dad say, I love you and I'm proud of you, he goes, wow, I can't believe your dad said that. And I go, why? And he goes, my dad's never said that either. Like,
wow.
And I go, what? You're kidding. And that's my dad's brother. And then my other cousins from my dad's other brother, they're like, yeah, us either. And I went, really? Like that, and so we actually had a bonding moment with my cousins about that because it was one of those things like, yeah, we never heard. You always do want your parents' approval, always, no matter what. I think,
and maybe that's generational too, because like I'll be on the phone with my dad, and like we'll be about to hang up, and my wife will be next to me, and she'll be mouthing, "Say I love you, say I love you."
That's funny,
and I'm going like, why would I? That's the I'm not saying that.
My mother, every time I'm off the phone, I love you, I love you, right. I love you, I love you. But my dad, all right, see you later. All right, big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
So you're saying that like, because you start succeeding at a young age, you get on the Real World, as a kid.
Yeah.
You got on Tough Enough. Like you've got a lot of accomplishments under your belt.
Still not good enough.
As all this is happening, nothing.
Oh my God. No, not really. I mean, it's like, Kofi's still his favorite.
Right.
And by the way, my dad knew about Kofi before everybody else did. My dad was on the Kofi train way back when he was speaking Jamaican.
Right. He was like, that's the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy right there. So my dad's been on the Kofi train for a very long time. Now my dad being a part of WWE, being actually getting a little notoriety from Ms. and Mrs. as well as WWE. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. Like my dad's like, so you're doing an extra signing? Am I going to be signing with you? Or
and he's not being
I'm like, what are you kidding? No, and he goes, no, you're not signing with me. He goes, well, I usually, Hall of Fame, I usually do interviews and that. And I go, Dad, you're the worst interview in the entire place. That's why they do it. It's a joke. He goes, no, they love it. They love when I do. They think I'm funny. I go, yeah, it is funny because you're so bad.
And your dad looks nothing like you.
Thank you.
Like you can't when you look at your dad, you're like, what? He's got like long hair.
Oh, my dad is not clean cut at all.
No.
My mom basically, I think I get my style from my mom. My dad doesn't care. Like he wears a Cleveland casino jacket every day of his life, like the same one.
I didn't even know
all the time.
Cleveland had a casino.
Yeah, we do. We do. And my dad's there every single. Like, you want to meet my dad? Go to the casino. I guarantee you'll see him every day.
You know what your dad kind of looks like, and I hope you don't take this disrespectfully. He kind of looks like. You ever see Boogie Nights?
Yes.
If Philip Seymour Hoffman's character in Boogie Nights got older, he kind of looks like what your dad.
I'm getting a lot. I mean, I get SpongeBob SquarePants' dad. So, I mean, my dad's great though. I mean, he's been having a lot of fun with it, and it was interesting because like the first time I actually heard my dad say "I love you" is in front of 20,000 people,
and that was legit.
It was legit. Like that was a real moment that I got to experience, and honestly, I thought the WWE audience was just gonna like boo or crap all over it, but it was emotional. It was amazing, and I think everyone felt it in the audience, and it was great.
Yeah, well, they actually were like they probably, you can figure out when you're watching something that's just a complete put on.
Yeah.
and when there's something real going on, even if it's not, if it's a story that's based on reality, when there's that hint of
honestly,
reality.
I think I'm such a great actor that you wouldn't be able to tell.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, have you seen the Marine 6? 5, 4, and 3?
I have.
My 2 Christmas movies.
My favorite is 5, I think.
Is it?
I think that's the best
You like
one.
Bo Dallas.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Do you, so is your dad happy for you about the Snickers thing? Because I'm looking right here. And, Snickers puts the, you're not you.
WrestleMania is presented by Snickers this upcoming
it's huge.
upcoming season. And
your catchphrase is on a Snickers bar.
Not only that, but like it's crazy. Like never in my wildest dreams did I think I would ever accomplish anything. I mean, I was a guy like from Parma, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to Parma, Ohio, you go to college. After college, you go back to Parma, and you have a job. That's what you do for the rest of your life. But when I got in the real world, and then started doing more and more and more, like everyone's like, when is it enough? When is it enough? It's like things just keep happening. And it keeps getting better. Like right now, I feel like I'm in my prime. I'm really feeling my groove. Like fans are behind me for the first time in, I think, my entire career, and it feels real. It doesn't feel like a put on, like, oh, we're just going to cheer for you because that's what we're supposed to do. It feels like they're really behind me.
What does it feel like? Because you've been there. When you're like, okay, we're taking the Miz, who's been the bad guy forever, and we're going to make you into a good guy, it doesn't work.
It wasn't even. Oh my God!
What does that feel like?
Because I remember when it was like, yeah, you're going to become a good guy, and I was like, dude, you don't want to do that.
You knew it wasn't going to work.
I knew it, and I go, what am I going to do that is good? No, you're going to keep being you. But if I'm going to keep being me, I'm arrogant, I'm egotistical, I am not likable.
Right.
I know when I walk in a room, like when the first time people meet me, I don't put off a good, like, maybe it's a good vibe, people laugh, but he goes, he's a jerk.
Not a good. You're not a first impression guy.
It's a laughing jerk. Like, oh, he's a jerk.
Right.
Oh, he's he's kind of cocky, kind of arrogant, kind of egotistical. I like him, but I'll boo him. He's fun to boo.
Right.
I'm that guy. So when they first brought me in, and I was heel bad guy for I don't know 10 years, and then they were like, yeah, you're gonna become a good guy, and I went, all right, what am I doing that's good? Nothing. And I went, oh my God, this is gonna be terrible, and it was.
It was horrible.
But the thing was, thank you.
No, I'm asking you. I'm saying so. It was horrible.
To back me up, you could have been like, no, it wasn't that bad.
No, I remember it. If you're asking my opinion, it was not your best time.
It was
not good.
It was, and it wasn't fun because the crowd would just kind of cheer just because that's what we're supposed to do. You're the good guy. We don't like that other guy. We like you a little more. So now it feels like it's really happening. I can really feel it happening, and to wrap everything around, now to have a Snickers bar at Dollar General where you can go and like pick up my Snickers bar, like it's mine. It's an awesome one. They made it for me.
Right.
Like that's nuts.
Yeah. Like, is that a pun because of Snickers?
Huh?
Peanuts?
It's nuts.
Yeah,
exactly. Good one. And they have a new almond butter one too, which is fabulous.
I see
it's creamy. It's smooth. It's great.
Almond butter, peanut butter.
We got it all. I mean, my favorite is the ice cream bar.
You love the Snickers ice cream.
Every time I go, like I'm driving on the road, and we drive everywhere. I mean, it's being a WWE superstar, you travel all over the world, and every gas station has an ice cream Snickers, and that is my go-to. Like, what's your go-to candy?
For me?
Yeah,
I like all of them. Are you kidding me? I don't have to take my shirt off on TV.
Yeah, I look at you and I go, this guy just eats candy all day.
Skinny fat personified.
Yeah. I mean, that is what you do.
Yeah. It's just every junk food.
Do you ever work out?
I've recently started working out.
You're kidding.
That's right.
What are your workouts?
I do.
I'm very curious at your workouts.
Okay, I'm glad you asked. I do. I work out 2 to 3 times a week, 45-minute sessions. And it's at a strongman.
Do you have a personal trainer?
A trainer.
Okay, you have a trainer.
Who's training me at a strongman gym. I was just doing
strongman.
So
it's not much cardio. It's not like a CrossFit.
No CrossFit.
No. What
lifting,
do you want?
Squats.
But what do you want? Like what do you want your body to be? Like why are you going?
Just to get I really looked at myself and I'm like, I'm 35 years old. I look like a melted candle. I'm going to be dead by the time I'm 38.
Or 40.
Who knows?
By the time you're my age.
Who knows?
I mean, you look older than me.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, I don't have a Hollywood glam squad following me around.
I don't have a glam squad following me around. Thank you very much.
Oh, but I didn't realize.
Yeah,
that's a compliment.
But is it?
I think so.
I don't think so. I think it was a very little snarky way. It's kind of a Sam Roberts kind of way of saying, yeah, he's 40.
No, it was an honest mistake. Right. But I'm stronger now than I was when I started.
Do you feel like you're stronger?
Absolutely.
Do you feel better about yourself? Like when you're done at the gym, are you like, wow, I had a really good workout? Like I feel
yes.
Because sometimes when you don't do cardio and like when you first start going, you're just doing power. Like you don't seem like a guy that wants to be powerful. You seem like a guy that you just want to feel good.
Yeah. No, I like walking out wobbly legs.
Okay.
Feeling it. Yeah. Whatever.
And you feel that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Has your diet changed?
See, that's what I'm working on.
Yeah,
that's a tough
you can't be eating all that candies and stuff.
That's a tough one. I of course, we'll make time for a Snickers every now and then. Because hungry, why wait?
Yeah, why wait?
Why would you wait?
Why wait? You're not you, and you're not you.
Exactly.
You're just not you. Like you'd come out here and you'd just be like, Jim Norton, not here.
Right. Exactly.
You'd be non-existent.
Exactly. So I'll still have a Snickers every now and then. But yes, I do. That's the next phase that we haven't gotten to yet. The diet.
So the thing is, if you're not, the diet is 90% of everything. I think. It really
I was hoping
is.
more like 50-50.
No, it is.
Okay.
It is 100%. Like if you really want to feel good and really start feeling yourself, you need to get a good diet.
Right. Fast
Find a
food
nutrition. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right. That's a okay.
You know they nowadays you can really get these meal supplements that like these meal plan places that literally, and you probably don't like those.
Yeah, I see a lot of you guys
don't
with
they have
them.
any pasta or like
I see a lot of you guys. You go and there's all this catering at WWE, but you have your meal supplements that you go in and they deliver them to you. But I've never looked at one of those.
I travel
meal
my food
deliveries.
now. I frowned upon it too. I always make fun of Sheamus, like for always bringing his food on the road. And then all of a sudden, like I was like, man, I'm a good guy now, and it's a completely different breath of air.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot different cardio. So I was like, man, I gotta.
You mean in the way you're actually?
No, the way you're moving. Yeah, like I'm so used to a different pace as a bad guy, but as a good guy, you're in a different pace. Like, for instance, when you're getting beat up by a good guy, that good guy needs to celebrate afterwards, and he's
right.
By
Get
the way,
everybody all fired up.
Exactly, get everyone all fired up. But he just got done beating a guy up. You're out of breath.
Right.
So the first time I did that, I went, "Oh my God!" So I set out to I lost like 12 pounds in the past month, and I've also
I had no idea.
So Seth Rollins has a whole Dead Boys workout, right? Dead Boys Fitness, and I've been doing his workouts. So
he's a CrossFit.
He's a CrossFit
monster.
Guy.
Right?
I'm not a big on CrossFit, but some of the things that I like are very cardio-esque and get my air going.
Yeah.
And so then I also do stuff like I'll look on YouTube just for like workouts and stuff.
Did anybody warn you like being a good guy is way more physically exhausting?
No,
or did you just get there?
Used to it. It's just getting used to it.
Yeah.
It's a different breath of air. Like it's not necessarily like, oh, being a bad guy is like less cardio. No, it's just a different type of cardio.
I see. Now,
you wouldn't understand. All you do is power lift.
That's true.
Power lift Sam Roberts.
That's true. I'm just Mr. Squats over here.
Yeah,
I don't
Mr.
understand.
Squats.
I don't
yes,
understand.
That's what I look at. Do you fit in your pants or your
well, these
thighs
are like,
just bulging out of it?
Yeah, look at that. Can you see my?
Well, you do wear skinny jeans.
That's
so.
right. That's on purpose so that my legs
You're so
look
hip
bigger.
and trendy. You look like you're from Brooklyn.
Thank you very, very much. Brooklyn, by the way, where people will be able to see NXT TakeOver tomorrow,
Yep.
Hall of Fame on Saturday, Raw and SmackDown on Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
But WrestleMania is on Sunday.
MetLife Stadium, 80,000 strong.
80,000 people to watch you have a
presented by Snickers,
which
Here we
is
go.
awesome and glorious and ravishing and brute.
There you go.
That's
you got
right.
them all.
Of
Get
course
them all
I
at
did.
Dollar General.
Do you sit there and go, is there a different type of pressure to wrestling a McMahon at a WrestleMania? You have a match with Shane McMahon. It's a no-holds-barred, pinfalls, count anywhere match. So, and I think of this on two levels. Number one, Shane McMahon is a maniac. Anybody that knows anything about wrestling has seen Shane McMahon do the absolute most crazy things imaginable.
McMahon, if you're a McMahon, you're a maniac.
Yes. Well said. And if it's no rules, no holds barred, you've got to do some ridiculous stuff. But at the same time, the McMahons are the most valuable asset to the company, so you got to take care of them, right?
Are they?
I think so.
I think I'm the most valuable asset to this company.
Look,
how many superstars and how many people in general in the entire history of WWE have done what I've done and can do what I do? How many people do you have an interview with and you go, wow, that was a great interview? Not only did we get all our plugs in, but it felt like a natural, smooth conversation.
No, you're great. You're great, Miz. But at the same time...
Look at you. Oh, yeah, but it's a McMahon, bro.
You're great.
Look at you fanboying out for the McMahons. Look,
it's a
let's put it
McMahon.
this way. Shane
You didn't
McMahon,
create the WWE.
Shane McMahon did not create it. Vince McMahon did. And I'll tell you what, Vince McMahon's dad did. But Vince made it global, worldwide. Vince is a fantastic businessman. But the fact of the matter is, his son stepped over the bounds, and now at WrestleMania, he's got a Falls Count Anywhere match with me, and I'm going to beat him up in front of 80,000 people. And the reason why I wanted Falls Count Anywhere is because I want to be able to beat him up right in front of all these fans. Like, I want them to be up close and personal and see my fist hit his face.
I see
that hard, because that's what. I mean, he put his hands on you put your hands on me, that's fine. Put your hands on my family, it's a whole nother ball game.
So you're planning going into the stands of the stadium, going into MetLife.
My goal is to get up close and personal. Like, I want a person that has paid for their seat up front to be able to witness my fist go through Shane's face.
Wow.
That's what I want.
Now, Travis, you're sitting in club seating at WrestleMania?
That's right.
Will you go up to...
What section will you be in?
That's 212.
212. Right. I'll be sure to try to get over there for you, okay?
Do it for me.
Will you guys go up to 212?
You know what? I will look for it.
Wouldn't that be great?
For it. Oh, my God. I'm going to go everywhere and anywhere all over MetLife Stadium. I mean, if you watched on SmackDown Live in Baltimore, I went all over Royal Farms in a matter of 4 minutes.
That's true.
4 minutes. I got outside.
It was raining. You guys didn't care.
It was rain. I don't care. If it's rain, snow, you bring whatever New York has.
Your goddamn
MetLife Stadium.
Your goddamn mailman.
I am so
rain, sleet, or
prepared
snow.
for this match that I can't wait for people to witness it.
Do you sit there and go like, well, pinfalls count anywhere, we can make a real spectacle out of this match. This is my opportunity to create a WrestleMania moment. Do you think on those terms?
I think everyone does. Everyone wants to have that WrestleMania moment. Everyone wants to have match of the night. And this time there's 15 matches?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of matches, and everyone's fighting to have that top spot. I mean, honestly, for the first time ever, the women have the main event. Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey, for the first time ever, an all-women's match, triple threat, in the main event. And I think it's well-deserved. I think those girls really held it down and deserved the main event spot. And I think that everyone's going to put on an absolute fantastic performance. Their story is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see a lot of matches out there, this Sunday, but don't think for 1 second I'm not going out there and giving it all I have. Now you said, is it different going up against a McMahon? And the answer is yes and no. Yes, it is a McMahon. That is a it's the name McMahon. But every time I go out there, no matter if it's a live event in Poughkeepsie, New York, or MetLife Stadium in 80,000 people strong, I go out there with the same attitude, same mentality. I'm going to give it everything I have. I'm going to create a moment that will last a lifetime. I want a child to be with their parents and be able to talk about that moment until they're grown-ups, and maybe talk about it to their children and to their children.
So you want a young child to go like, remember the time that I saw the Miz's fist go through Shane McMahon's face?
Absolutely, 100%.
Look, I remember...
And we tell children not to try it at home because it's a very dangerous sport.
Yeah. Putting fists through faces is dangerous. Kids shouldn't do it.
Dangerous.
Kids shouldn't do it.
Kids should not do it.
You're a trained professional. You know how to put your fist through a face.
Watch me do it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the larger-than-life characters. Enjoy the storylines. Be interactive. Boo who you hate, cheer who you love, but don't try it at home because we are trained professionals.
Now, before I let you go, because we have to release The Miz, is that right? That's unfortunate.
Could you sit here for how long are you here for? 3 hours? 4 hours?
Yeah, we're here for 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day?
Yeah.
Could you sit here for 3 hours with me?
It'd be exhausting at a point.
You think so?
Right, I mean,
Are you exhausted right now?
No,
it's too much talking. Like, what are you going to talk about now?
Well, we were talking about Joe Biden before you came in, and all the
you're a political guy?
We got to talk about everything.
You do not seem like a political guy.
First of all,
you seem like talking about poo-poo and caca and toilet humor. That's what I feel. That's what I look at you and I go, this guy literally just talked about, I took a dump today and I took a picture of it and I sent it to my friends.
You didn't think I was a power lifter either. Shows how much you know.
Yeah, you look like a power lifter. Trust me.
Thank you. Shows how much you know. Here's what I want to know, though. When the women were not main eventing, every time the women would talk, they're like, you know what? We're going to go out in the spot that we're in, and we're going to try to outshine everybody and prove to the people why we should be main eventing. Is there a spirit? Not that anybody doesn't want the women to main event, but is there a spirit amongst some of the guys that goes, okay, now is our opportunity to remind people why we're going to have the best match?
Everyone fights for the main event.
Yeah.
Everyone. Trust me. And trust me, we're competitive by nature. Whether you're a man or a woman, people are competitive, especially in this sport. We're with a bunch of sharks. And if you show a little weakness, you're going to be eaten. alive, and that's why I've been here for 13 years because I'm the biggest shark of them all. But yes, I mean, obviously, I want to be in the main event. I've had the main event, and I don't want it to be a one-hit wonder. I want it to go again and again and again. This year, I do believe that the women deserve it. The women have put on, clinics, whether it was Evolution at Nassau Coliseum. I listened to that audience. I was in the crowd watching these women, for the first time ever have an all-women's pay-per-view, and it was incredible. And that is a tough arena. Yeah. That arena, New York has the toughest audience. If they love you, they will showcase how much they love you. But if they don't like you, there is crickets. And let me tell you something, Nassau Coliseum, Evolution, all-women's pay-per-view, that place, the roof was blown off. It was absolutely incredible. It was awesome.
And it was real cheers. It wasn't sympathy cheers. It wasn't like, this is historic.
The entire time, every single match, it felt like it was a main event. Well, listen. So it all accumulates to Sunday for all the hard work and dedication, and not just these women. I'm talking generations of women. My wife, Maurice, Trish Stratus, Lita. You talk about all the greats from previous generations coming in, and now we have the first women's, tag team champions. Bailey and Sasha, putting their titles up. So
don't get eaten alive. Eat a Snickers.
Look
alive.
at you. Huh? You're just not you when you don't have a Snickers.
That's right. Good thing I had one this morning.
I had one this morning as well, and then that's why I'm so on.
You're on. You're on fire. Get a Snickers bar. It says awesome on the front.
One from Dollar General.
Yeah, go to Dollar General.
You can get it.
You can go to get a creamy peanut butter. You can get creamy almond butter, but get a Snickers awesome bar at Dollar General.
Almond butter. You should be eating almond butter. Do you eat peanut butter?
No.
Eat almond butter.
Almond butter's
better for you.
Okay. I'll take
better fats.
I'll take that into consideration.
There you
Almond
go.
butter.
So if you didn't learn anything here today,
you
learned
butter.
one thing. Almond butter is better than peanut butter.
Right. Of course, the Ms. and Mrs. is back.
How'd you like the show?
I thought it was great.
Did you watch it?
I watched the first half hour. Yeah, the whole thing.
It is a half hour, you dork. What was your favorite part?
Your dad was acting like, what are we going to do?
You're a big liar.
No,
you didn't watch the show.
That's not true.
You didn't watch the show.
My wife fell asleep.
You didn't watch the show?
I watched it.
You didn't watch the show.
We're here talking
What was your favorite part?
I like when your wife was like, Miz, what are we going to do with you?
You're a real piece of work.
What are you talking about?
You're a real piece of work.
She was like, Miz, you're up to craziness again. And you were like,
didn't watch my show.
And you go like this.
Tuesday was our premiere.
Maurice. Like, I saw it.
That is not what happened. Our show is not like any other show on television.
I know.
So you don't get those, Maurice. I don't know. No, you don't get those. We are smart. We are funny.
I know.
We are entertaining. And you're a jerk for not watching.
I watch it all the time.
Every Tuesday.
And it just got picked up for season 3. It's an amazing time to be the Miz.
Season 2, you dummy.
Didn't it just get season 3?
No, this is a continuation of season 1. We just got picked up for 20 episodes. Before the continuation even started, we got picked up for 20 more episodes. That's how much USA is behind us.
So this is
you don't care.
This is still season 1?
You always find a way to really annoy me and really upset me. We had such a great conversation. I walked in here today. I was so happy. I was like, you know what? Good to see you, Sam. I'm so happy to see you. But one thing is for sure. You always find a way to really upset me. Did you watch Ms. and Mrs. this last Tuesday?
Well, I was going to tell the audience you can check it out on demand.
Yes, you can on usanetwork.com.
Perfect.
But did you watch the damn show?
Yeah, it was great. I watched SmackDown. I watched Ms. and Mrs.
I hate you. I hate you more than life itself.
No.
What was your favorite part? I want a real moment that happened on the show.
You were like, man, this wrestling stuff is nuts.
I'm going to throw this computer through a window right now.
Why?
I'm going to break everything that says Sam Roberts in your little studio.
Good ep.
I hate you so much right now. The ratings came in and they were strong.
Right.
Strong.
Right. One of those points was
like
me.
You. No. Not like you. Not like your powerlifting.
Like my deadlift.
No. Oh my God. I hate him. I hate him so much. Can I leave? Can I please?
You can leave.
I am. No. By the way, I wasn't asking you.
You may
I was
leave.
asking my publicist if I could leave.
Okay.
Okay. My glam squad, if you will. And I'm out of here. By the way, watch Ms. and Mrs. every Tuesday after SmackDown Live on USA Network. It's a great show.
Miz, you need a Snickers.
I
You're
am
not
me
you.
right now. I am me
Oh,
right
no.
now. I am being. This is the more me than I've ever been in my entire life. I cannot believe you didn't watch Ms. and Mrs.
I saw most of it.
But you did not,
Look.
because you didn't even tell me a part. You could have told me the beginning.
Yeah.
You could have watched the middle, the end. You could have told me a part. You can't even tell me a part from the show that you liked.
Oh, you were like, Maurice,
by
your
the way,
mom. What's she doing?
You knew I was coming in today.
Yeah.
You knew I was coming in.
I thought we were gonna talk about
as,
Snickers
as
mainly.
As an interviewer, as
Right.
a professional,
Yeah.
you think you would get a little knowledge on what I do.
I was all on board with the ice cream bar stuff. I knew I was right there with you.
You go there when it's candy, but then when it's something like Ms. and Mrs., you don't think about it.
You got so much stuff. Like,
I have a lot
you
of
want me to
things.
watch 6 Marine movies
Yes.
and SmackDown and Ms. and Mrs.
Yeah, that's
and
your job. Aren't you going to be there at MetLife working?
Yeah, I will. But we're not going to talk about Ms. and Mrs. on the kickoff.
Yes, you are. You better.
Jeez, you're getting cranky in your age.
Oh my God, I hate you. I hate him. I'm done.
We're gonna take a break.
I'm done.
We'll be
no,
back.
I'm taking a break from
No,
you.
I'll take a break.
No, I'm letting you go.
Okay.
You're not letting me go. I'm letting you go. Play it now. We're done.
Stay tuned. Somebody's playing to the audience. Somebody's playing to the crowd. Welcome back. It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Jim Norton is in San Francisco this weekend, so check him out there. But in the meantime, and we thank The Miz for popping in. I swear I watched that show. Is this Kid Rock?
How dare you? How dare you, Sam?
In the meantime, we got another Jim here. Ladies and gentlemen, first time in too long, I think, Jim Breuer.
This was my jam every single night during the Metallica tour.
Yeah.
Me, and they had these guys, this crew, males, females, genders, the whole shebiggle.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
And I'm not even kidding. It's another whole story.
Just beings.
Yes.
Just
there
some
were beings.
Yeah.
Every night, we would go by the soundboard and we would lip sync and bang our heads hard to this song. To the point where when the tour was over, there was about 20 of us in a circle in the back, and Hetfield would see it after a while, and he'd just start laughing. He'd start throwing picks at us from the stage.
As if you were the crowd.
Yeah.
That's got to be awesome for Metallica, though, because it's one thing for you, right? Because you're on tour with Metallica. You're doing comedy before they come out. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime deal. But for the crew, this is what they do. So the idea that Metallica is so good that the crew is actually, like, not only enjoying the show, but still being fans?
These were fans.
Oh, so you just went out with the fans?
Always. Every single
So
night.
you're done with your part of the show.
Yeah, I'm done with my part of the show.
I can just go watch.
I would go by the soundboard.
Oh, I thought you meant you were behind the scenes with the soundboard operators and stuff. No.
No. So there was a railing, and I'd be by the soundboard.
Yeah.
And the way this started, there was a Korean guy. His name's Korean James.
Okay.
Right, and he's by himself dancing. And what frustrates me, if I go see Metallica, everyone now is reserved, and we don't know how to act because we have children and we have a job where we are corporate world, and we've been told to just, you don't show emotion in this lifetime anymore.
You're adults, for God's sake.
You don't speak off the chart that we told you to read from.
That's right.
Read the directory and use intelligent words. Represent us well. When Metallica is based on a primal... We used to go in my friend's basement and just blast Metallica, slam, just headbang hard in each other's faces. And so I missed that going to these concerts.
Right.
And, well, also, too, it hurts after a while. I'm 51. I can't do it at this age.
Right, that's the other thing about getting older. It's like, not only do they say you're not supposed to do it, your body says you're not supposed to do it.
Your body goes, let's take it down. You have 2 IPAs in you and you're not thinking. So, this guy is going nuts. So, and I went up to him, and he sees me. His eyes light up. He's like, whoa, like, what are you doing here? When are you on stage? And I went line for line. We got each other's and then we did 3 straight songs. And I need to pass out after that. And then all of a sudden, it literally became a tradition every single night, to the point where if they weren't playing this song and they were playing an obscure song, which they haven't played, they'd all run to the rail and point at me and go, come on out here. Come on. come on, they're doing damage. You got to come out. And then I would come out, dude. It was.
So
I
you
became
basically
a fanboy. It was the greatest thing ever.
That is, I mean, that's how you. That's the reason to do stuff like that, right? Because what you did was Jim Breuer goes out there and. You know, you said not opening, because I listened to you talk about this.
I hate that.
Opening for Metallica.
No.
But you're going out, you're doing a little bit of comedy, you're interacting with the audience, you're doing stuff. You're just being kind of an MC
That's
for
what
the
it was.
evening.
I was an MC for the night. That was
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
But realistically, you're doing the MC part so that you can just go to every single Metallica show on this tour.
And get paid.
Get paid. And so by the end of the tour, because that's what people always ask, right? By the end of the tour, last show on the tour, you're still sitting there going, holy shit, I'm going to a Metallica show and getting paid for it again.
Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
I have to say, I'm not lying. Hands down, whatever I'd done in my career, this was the greatest gig I ever had in my entire lifetime.
So were you depressed after it ended? Or were you like, oh, okay, you know what? That's going to be this is my moment, this tour. You know, the whole tour, it's just a time I'm always going to be able to live and reflect on that. And
that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Because I've learned that already from years ago.
Sure.
You know, even a year ago, moments in time, no matter how big, it's just like a radio show.
Right.
You come on and you have the biggest guest come on here, and it's the greatest show, and people are still talking about months later. But you're still here on Thursday going, all right, who do we have here today? We got to eat up another 4 hours. You're not now in Rolling Stone magazine. You're not at the, oh my God, it's the Sam and Jim. They won the greatest show ever. And now you're making $1 billion. It's just a moment in time.
Right.
And you got to grasp that moment in time, sit back.
Enjoy it.
Reflect on it. Know you're in it.
Right. And know that it's going to end.
You have to know it's going to end.
Yeah.
And you have to know, hey, man, I'm not expecting anything to happen from this. It's just this is what it is.
That's key, right? Not the sort of like, oh, this is great, and it could lead to this, and could lead to that. You just go, this is great, end of sentence.
And that's what I had people out there with me, and there's friends like, dude, and then the people, and then you're gonna be selling out. Like, listen, it just doesn't work that way. If some fans now discover, oh wow, Jim, it's cool, oh it's funny, his videos are funny, let's go see him. I definitely see more Metallica shirts in my audience.
There you go.
And
but like you said, the purpose wasn't to get Metallica fans to your show. The purpose was, I get to go on tour with Metallica. That's the purpose.
I mean, if you told me in 1986, I'm showing up snot rocking high, drinking like a jackass at 18 years old to see Ozzy, and Metallica's opening up, and I knew them. I was still a little scared by them.
You were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared. My friend was trying to get me into, he's like, listen to this. And I put on the headphones. He's like, you got to listen to this track. And the first song I heard was For Whom the Bell Tolls. And 1985, and I ran suffer, hey, ooh.
Right.
And then take a look to the sky just before you die. It's the last time you will. Well, what are these guys singing about? Because I'm creeping dead. Die.
Yeah, and you're going, I thought we were celebrating.
What's going on around here? Are we going to war? What's going on? So I think of that moment. I remember everything about that moment, watching them, and I felt, and it's crazy to compare, but almost perhaps the way people felt when the first time they saw the Beatles live. They knew something different was happening. When I saw Metallica that night and the way people reacted, and it's like, what the hell is going on? Like, people are nuts right now. And the arena was packed. No one's in there for opening band,
of course.
And I feel like they blew. Ozzy was on the side. Just, I'm not going to follow this. This is madness. Throwing chairs and it's like nuts out. I mean, and then now I'm torn. It's crazy. It's weird.
What do you think it is about Metallica? Because I think about them sometimes. They're an exception to almost every rule in the sense that there are a lot of metal bands from the era that stay on tour in some way, shape, or form, whether it's festivals, whether it's whatever. And that core audience that they established, they'll follow them and they'll still do it. But Metallica is completely separated from them to the point where, like, I'm not a metal fan per se. I'm not going to any festivals. I don't care about any of these old metal bands. But if you tell me you got tickets to a Metallica show, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, because listen, those bands from that era and the metal bands and all that, they don't, they're rabbits. I don't want to piss any of their fans off. They don't grow.
I see.
All right. It's almost like seeing that kid from high school. Like, dude, you're really trying to grow your hair to your shoulders. You're bald on top.
Right.
You're still singing about the dragons and stuff coming.
It's like when you let your afro stay, even though it's creeping to the back of your skull.
Yes, Sam.
I see.
Where Metallica, for me, it now became Metallica is, I can honestly say, almost like my best friend that I had in my life that made me think about faith, mind control, war, vanity. It made me sit and think. I would read the lyrics. I discovered my dad through Metallica. Like, because I always wanted to know what did my father go through in war? And and you'd hear songs, you listen to textbooks and learn in school. But you're right. And the thing of a soldier, and I look at songs like Disposable Heroes, and you look at the lines of, at the end of the day, a soldier is in battle, and the guy's going, "You will do what I say when I say get back in the front, and you will die when I say you must die back in the front. You coward, you servant, you blind man, back in the front. 21, only son, how he served us well." Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's real.
Right.
The Leper Messiah, about church and organized religion. It was everything they wrote about came from somewhere and it wasn't like, hey, I'm in love, and nothing wrong with that music. There's plenty of that everywhere.
Right.
I can't stand Hollywood. I can't stand vanity. I used to. That's what I started for.
Right. You wanted it.
I wanted it bad.
Until you saw it.
Until I saw it and I lived it. And I can't stand any of you. I can't stand the scene.
I'm going back to Jersey.
I want to go to Long Island, but my wife's like, nah, I'm not going to. We're going to New Jersey. I'm like, damn it. Fine, we'll go to New Jersey. And that songs like Moth into the Flame, which is all about pop culture, losing you. Sad But True was me constantly being tempted by manager who I knew was evil, and just always like, you should do this, and taking your ideas, and don't you want this all? They meant something more than like, oh, this is a great riff.
Right, totally. Now, is that what you did? Do you go like you're chasing fame, SNL movies, whatever it is, and then do you go, you know what? I got to stop chasing this carrot that everybody's chasing and just start doing the stuff that as a kid I would have freaked out if I told you adult me would be doing. Because it seems like you took that turn. Like
I definitely took that turn.
It's not like Metallica, you going on tour with Metallica, it's not like it's the first time that something like that has happened for you.
No.
Like you've gotten to associate with pretty much all your heroes.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Amazing.
It is amazing. I remember being a kid on Jefferson Avenue in Long Island. It was me, my friend Phil, I'm still best friends with, and Gene. And I remember saying, I'm going to be a star. I'm going to work with Jack Nicholson and Joe Pesci and De Niro, and I'm going to be hanging out with the Mets and my favorite bands in the world. And in my mind, I think, this summer, Jim Breuer.
Sure.
And like, I'm landing in my backyard. And then there was a time where even now I sit back and I go, oh my God, I did everything I said I was going to do. I just didn't do it the way I visualized it, but it did happen.
Right.
And it's almost like the world goes, all right, are you satisfied yet?
Right. Here it is. This is what you asked for.
This is what you wanted, right? All right, well, I gave it to you. Now what? Are you satisfied or you need more? Like, what's going on?
Right.
And when it really started hitting for me, my first world was Uptown Comedy Club, and that was more of a real life scenario. People support each other. It was the Uptown. It was people say, "Hey, what was your big break?" The break was Saturday Night Live, but my life break was Uptown Comedy Club, and then SNL. I just saw Hollywood at its peak in bands, and I was just like, wow, it really is just a show. And this person, the Farley thing really, I was really taken back by that. I saw that week of him coming to host and what a mess he was, and I could not believe Mitch had no one in their team. No one in their team took the time to go, you're not working.
Right.
So what was more valuable, your money collecting from them or putting them in the limelight or ratings or whatever? And that was really disturbing to me.
So that's what kind of started to turn you off Hollywood, is when you saw, like, even though these people have no business performing, they need help.
Yes.
They're getting milked for every dollar that anybody can get out of them.
And they just have people going, yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm walking around SNL. And I always thought to myself, would my friend Phil, would my brother, they'd walk in there and go, hey, fuck all of you.
Right.
You're coming with it. And they, no, you don't. No, fuck, get in the car. We're fucking kidnapping. Dude, do you see what's going on with you?
Yeah.
And the fact that, and it still happens, where I've seen, and Mitch Hedberg, I watched him, and I remember going up to him like, hey, man, I remember calling his people, hey, I would like to take this guy out on tour, man. He's a really good guy. Oh, we got him. And I get it for the vanity reasons, but you can't see the problem he had?
Right.
They knew?
Right.
You didn't stop that? You didn't.
But you're just trying to get him on stage tomorrow. We'll figure out the rest of it then. We'll just get him on stage, and then we'll figure it out.
Let's get him on stage.
Yeah.
Okay, here's him. Like, that is, to me, really dark and disturbing.
Right.
And so is vanity really, and you look at the stars out there today, some of them are just, hey, I got famous because I banged someone and videotaped it. So now pornography is how you become a star, which, if that's your thing, great. But
if you're great at it.
Okay, if you're great at it.
I mean, if it's your skill.
That's great.
Yeah.
But anyone out there that's a parent, you're going to tell me you're okay with your 17-year-old kid now, and that's your idol?
Yeah, I mean, that's the, like, you have to kind of watch out for that. When people, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be successful, wanting to be the best at what you do, even if it means fame comes with it.
Yeah.
But when you see people that are just famous, like, my goal is to be famous, that's when it's trouble.
Yeah, like, if the people we idolize, right? If you take, I don't even know who's in People magazine.
Right.
I don't read anything anymore. I tapped out. So if whoever's on there, let's say it's a great name like Tom Cruise. Okay. If Tom Cruise was my brother, I go, listen, we're at my brother's house. He's a fucking mess. He's on his 20th marriage. He's got 14 kids all over the fucking place. It's a fucking mess. But we see past all. He's a great, he's a star. I want to run up and say, he does amazing work, and I think he's one of the best of our time. But as the people in my family that are on their third, fourth marriage, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Dude, can we go out again? Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Just look at your kid. Your kid's on opioids because you're not around, and you don't know who his mother is, and now it's a half mother. And dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, you kind of get away from the foundation.
How about you're a father first or a mother? And I'm not preaching. I'm just saying that's not the world I want to be part of. That's not the world I grew up in. And I don't want to. So
what do you find that, like, you start focusing, you go home, and then you start focusing on your family, and you're focusing on the things that you just actually like, that you're naturally drawn to, and then all of a sudden, that's what starts to be around you.
Here's what's not so for me, Sam. The first 10 years, and I see what a lot of entertainers. But me, you start off because you want the leather. I call it the leather pants and kangaroo syndrome. You want the leather pants. You want the kangaroo. Walk around the mall. People go, oh my God, let me get a picture.
Of course.
After 2001-ish, then I started a family. And I someone torn, and I came here to satellite because I realized, the more I'm away, there's a little trouble at home. My wife, my wife's got these 2 kids. She's I can't do this, so I took a job here.
And this was like when Sirius was just starting to take off.
Yeah, this is before anyone was here.
Yeah.
So I came here. I'm like, hey, I'd love to do a radio show. I don't know what it's about,
right?
But I kind of want to bring my best friends that I grew up with, and we're just gonna talk and hang. and that's what we did. I said, but the real drive behind that was so I could be home. And then in 2008, I wanted to start over again, doing just stand-up and controlling my destiny. Instead of, hey, you should be doing this. You got to move to L.A. You should go out for the show. You should do it. I'm like, all right, what do you really want? I started off as a comedian in high school, and things went quick for me. But I still was running frantically. And the minute I stopped looking for that, I said, you know what? I'm okay. I got a beautiful home. I got great kids. Life is well. I make good money. What am I chasing for? Why do I got to look at what this guy's making and what this guy's doing and how come he's the bad? And the minute all that's gone, and you just look at what's in front of you, and you just focus on you and passion, that's when life started really getting good for Jim Breuer world.
What was the first thing that happened in that era where you were like, yeah, this is really cool?
I'm going to say one of the first ones was there was a couple. There's my dad, right?
Right.
I went on tour 2008 to that and brought my father. I always brought my father, but this is the first time I filmed it. And that, although it was funny, I was really taken back by the amount of people that were touched and inspired. That's what they were, dude. I wanted to get high with you, and I saw you with your dad. I was like, oh, fuck, I want to be with my dad now, man. And you're talking about your kids and shit, and you made now you want me, man, I want a family now, man. I didn't think I could do that, but if you can do it, I can do it. And I started seeing more and more like, hey, man, I never liked you, but what you did with your family, I really respect it now. And hey, I my father never said he loved him, and I could not believe it was bigger than just being funny.
Right.
It touched lives. Wow, this feels so much better. But this is what I did off stage anyway.
Right. You just didn't realize throw a camera on it, let the world know this is what's going on behind the scenes, and it's more interesting than what's on stage half the time.
And it wasn't even my intention. The intention was I want to make I always try to stay ahead of the curve. I'm like, okay, I want to make little website videos and put it on jimbreuer.com, and here's how funny my dad is. And then that came. And then the other, I'm going to say one of the big breaks was those Mets videos.
That's it.
Who would have,
you're just going on complaining about the Mets on Facebook.
Or celebrating.
Or celebrating.
Like, oh, my God, we did this, and this guy looks good, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, hey, man, you're sold out. What? What do you mean? Holy shit, there's 800 people with Mets shirts in the audience. What's going on? And even like, everything, it's bizarre. I really feel like I'm freaking Forrest Gump of entertainment. It's nuts.
Yeah, you're getting to the point where you are, I think.
It's comical to me. I look back like, what, this time last year, I'm on stage with Billy Joel.
That's what I was thinking about. So I was thinking, I'm like, you've literally performed with Billy Joel.
Like, what is that? I sang with Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
Sang with Brian Johnson.
Sang with
on tour with Metallica.
I sang a song with them, not live, but one of my favorite parts of that tour was, and I feel like I've been auditioning since I was 18 for this moment. So they're in Nashville, and before they start every new leg, they would go into the arena and they would rehearse with just them and their crew. And I would always walk in because I'd never get tired of it. And I'd bust their balls. I'd drop my drawers and try to moon them and throw off their and then, so they're playing and James goes, all right, I'm done. And Lars goes, dude, can't we just do one more song? Can we do Wherever I May Roam? And James goes, nah, I'm done. He goes, come on, man, just one more. And he goes, Jim, you come on up. If Jim comes up here and does it, I went, wait, what? Why? He goes, come on, man. It was just so I went up and they put the lyrics for Wherever I May Roam on this little thing. And now I'm singing like, oh, this is my big audition.
Right. Because you're going you talk about going forward, you're going like, well, if they like me in sound check, they'll probably ask me to do it live.
Hands down. This is how it's going to go down.
I mean, after all, I performed with Billy Joel. I'm a seasoned veteran at this point.
Clearly they know about me by now. And and I grab the mic and I'm waiting for the moment. And it's a big, long build up, that song. And it starts off with like, and the road becomes my throne. And it's not out in social media anywhere because they have it and they gave it to me, but I'm like, it's not for everyone to see.
Okay.
It's just your own personal.
You have the video though. For yourself, I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was part of me, I'm like, whoops! I'm done. How did that, man? My daughter!
Yeah. I don't know technology, guys. I thought I put a DVD player. It's on Facebook. I don't know.
I'll call Hetfield, like, James, you know my kids. Dorianne put it out there to show it Snapchat. Now, I'm so sorry this is out there.
Okay. Nothing we can do now, guys, though. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my YouTube. Nothing we can do. It's
wow,
out there.
5 billion hits. How'd that happen? And I sang it like, oh yeah, this is my big audition. And it was just to have fun. And while I was up there, I was trying to grasp the moment of I'm with my friends, but I'm also singing with the band.
Right.
I'm singing with them.
Like no matter how close you get to them as human beings, you can't forget the fact that you're just a kid singing with Metallica.
That's
right
it.
Now. That's it. Yeah,
That's
it. Yeah.
And the funniest part was I didn't see it, whatever, and people can't. They were the guy I was with, this other comedian, Joe Sib, goes, bro, did you see the video? Or no, because the best part is when you look at Kirk and Rob, the bassist and the lead guitarist. When you started, they both looked at each other and went, whoa! And I went, really? Really? Let me see. And it was just, you got to live those moments. And those moments are there's such amazing blips of time. And that's all we got. I'm going to be a 90-year-old guy who would, crap my pants.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants. I'm talking to a waitress that could give two shits. And I was singing forever. You ever hear Where I May Roam?
What? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
You want scrambled eggs, James? and then they brought me up because I said, well, maybe they'll bring me on the live concert. But that didn't happen. But there was this Korean James fella, and we'd sad but true all night. Okay, well, you want hash browns?
And of course, in your 90-year-old state, you're convinced that you're still telling these stories with the same energy and detail that you did when you were younger.
Right.
You don't. There's no difference.
And then she's behind the counter now, and I'm still talking. And then there was no one in the arena. It was just me and my friends, and they rehearsing. Okay, James, I'll be there. It's pretty cool.
That's great, man. Are there checklist moments that you still have? Because I feel like I'm thinking about all the stories that I've either heard you say on the air, that we've talked about on the air, that you've talked about.
There is one.
What else is there?
There's one. This is crazy. My lifetime dream was to be able to sell out, not the Garden, Nassau Coliseum, Uniondale.
As a comedian.
Yeah. Tickets go on sale, Jim Breuer, Long Island,
your hometown.
Sold out, Nassau Coliseum. I don't even need to do a tour.
Just the one show.
Just that one show, sold out. Nassau Coliseum, not through Groupon.
4 for 1.
Not like, hey, if you're an Islander ticket holder, you get to see Jim for free. They paid and wanted to see me live at that show, and I just give the performance of a lifetime, which I go out of my way to do all the time anyway, because I love it. But that, I know it sounds good. That's always been my dream. That's it. I would love to sell out Nassau Coliseum.
Will you, is there any disappointment? Because I don't know. You've talked about the Foo Fighters thing on the air before, right?
That hurt.
Yeah, because I feel like the scenario is so great regardless.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt. You talking about, I bring my nephew to go see the Foo Fighters.
And this is after you're on stage with Billy Joel.
This is after I already crushed the Billy Joel, Shook Me All Night Long, which the Foo Fighters have no clue.
Right.
Nobody knows,
but
really.
You've got that confidence in you because
Yes.
Jim, for those that don't know, went on stage with Billy Joel.
Yes.
And sang Shook Me All Night Long and
it was a freak of nature. It wasn't supposed to happen.
Right.
It was not supposed to happen. I brought my daughter. She wanted tickets. 50th anniversary. Next thing you know, you want to meet him. I already got 2 vodkas in me. And before the next thing you know, I meet him and he goes, hey, I heard you do AC/DC. Well, yeah. He goes, oh, well, you want to do AC/DC tonight? What? And I said, and if you don't know the story, long story short, I said, I'm not going to remember the words. And he went, all right, we'll do it another time. And we'll rehearse and we'll figure it out another time. And why don't you come in early, meet the band, and rehearse, and we'll do it another time. Okay. His guitarist, Tommy Burns, then finds me in another room, my wife and kid, and goes, bro, what are you doing? You got to do it tonight. Well, Tommy, I don't know that. I'm going to forget the lyrics. He's like, there's monitors all over the stage. Big letter. If you go by Billy's pianos, big letters that say, sing me a song. I'm the piano man. He goes, you're not going to forget it, and you got to do it tonight. And then I said, he wanted me to rehearse, and he left the room, came back, goes, he says, cool, we're doing it. And then I was, for 10 songs, and went, oh my God. And I couldn't remember the song, so I get under my belt, crush it. Life is great.
Right.
For that moment.
Right.
When the moment's over, I'm still standing in line with 40 people waiting for my car at the garage, and everyone's going, dude, let me get a piss. This guy just shook me all night long tonight, Carol. Oh my God, you're right. That's him. Yo, let me get it. Yo, you that silly motherfucker from Half Baked. Let me get it. So I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
And you're just standing there.
I'm just in line. I'm number 32 in line.
You can't go anywhere.
Can't go anywhere. I'm waiting for my Ford Escort to pull up. They're all disappointed when my car pulls. Oh, that's what you're driving? Of
course they are. Just reality is going to come smashing down on them.
Yeah, the next morning, my kids are yelling at me. My wife's going, you didn't put the sticker on the trash at 7 in the morning. So it's over. It's over. Back
but
to reality.
The moment is the moment.
So now it's the Foo Fighters. And I know Chris, the guitarist.
Sure.
And Chris is like, hey, man, I got you all access pass. Come backstage. Okay, I'm not going to tell my nephew. He's going to flip out.
How old's your nephew?
He's 16.
Big deal.
And he's a huge guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
All he does is sit home, play guitar. He's a Foo Fighter maniac. And I keep trying to push into Metallica. I'm like, just listen to Metallica. This is where it all started.
He's not there yet, though.
He's not there. He just started.
Okay.
Just started.
I think he'll get there.
He is. He's like, oh, they're really hard to play. Oh, good. I'm glad you recognize that. So,
but I bet once he learns how to play it, since it's hard to play, if he learns it, it'll be all he wants to play because it's like, you know what I mean?
That's all he's going to want to play.
Exactly.
Metallica, you learn them, and it's on. So we walk in, and the first person we see is Dave Grohl. I've never met Dave. I'm a little like, wow, that's Dave. Okay.
Yeah, he's in that rock god category.
That's a big rock guy right there. That's now Taylor, I've met, great guy, hung out with him. So see him, and he's in.
I mean, think about Dave Grohl though is. Nirvana tacked on to Foo Fighters.
Right.
You got a hell of a run.
It's Dave Grohl.
Yes.
Enough said.
Yes.
And my nephew just, oh shit, right to his face. I'm going, I said, Eric, take it down a level. Take it down. He's like, holy shit. It's easy. You said 4 oh shits to his face.
It's right there.
I go, let's walk over here. And we're eating. And then he's going, holy. I said, stop saying that. Just, you're here. Live the moment. Dave Grohl then comes walking over to me. Now, part of me, too, is like, nah, he's been around Jack Black. And these guys really know how to rock. And I'm just a meathead to him. He comes over. He goes, dude. First thing Dave Grohl says to me, when Brian Johnson wasn't doing AC/DC, I was like, Brewer's got to do AC. Brewer has to be. I went, stop it. He's not. I said, can I just say I went on every radio station and I said I would not go see AC/DC unless David Grohl was singing. I go, that would be legit to me. Dave Grohl says, hey, Brian can't be here, but I'm filling in because I love AC/DC. Boom, I'm in. I may follow the whole tour because he's the guy. I'm still Foo Fighters. I'm not looking for the glamour. I'm here to fill in. Dave Grohl to me should have been the guy. Mm-hmm. Now, with that said, he has a couple Coors Lights. Everyone, they're getting ready to go on stage. And he goes, hey, man, you want to come up, do Let There Be Rock with us tonight? Madison Square Garden. Now, I was hoping he'd say Shook Me Night Long, but Let There Be Rock makes a lot more sense. And I did this with Taylor at a festival.
Okay.
He asked me. He's like, hey, man, you want to come up with us? It's the rest of the Foo Fighters, and we do like these cover songs. And I did it with him. We were in Houston, and I got up in front of the crowd. But when Dave asked me, I went, oh man, I don't know if I remember the lyrics. He goes, come on, man, you know the lyrics. And he's tapping in front of me. And he's going, in the beginning, back in 1955.
Now, in that moment right there, is that great just to watch a musical genius start to just doing that, just holding a beat, like.
All I'm thinking about is like, I'm not going to remember the words. I'm not going to remember the words. No matter how much he tries, it's not going to happen.
He doesn't have the Billy Joel magic.
He doesn't. And
the monitors.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He and I said, and the white man had this, and the play. He went, all right, we'll do it another time. No. Never mind. I went, wait. Now I want to do it. Billy Joel, I'm like, no. He goes, I go, wait. Do you have monitors? And he looked at me as if that was the craziest question I ever asked in my life. He goes, what do you mean monitors? I went, well, and I said it so nonchalant. I said, well, when I sang it with Billy Joel.
Oh, no.
I go, when I sang it with Billy Joel, he had the song in the monitor, and he looked at me and went, when you sang it with Billy Joel? He's so confused. He don't know if I'm being pompous. I read so many things in his eyes. Like,
because there's just something about that statement that, like, bro, you just, like, we were having fun a minute ago. Right. What are you doing?
Well, you just dropped Billy Joel in front of me. Like, what are you talking? What's going on?
You're not
here?
a singer. What are you talking about? Like, Dave's like, I thought this was like a goof, like, and you actually are pretty good, and that's kind of where the fun is, but you're not.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm Dave Grohl.
Like, I'm Dave Grohl. What do you know how many people would have... What is going on with you, Brewer?
Monitors? You sang with Billy Joel. Like, is the water not right in the dressing room? What are you talking about? You didn't even have all access like 10 minutes ago, and now you're talking about monitors and what's on your rider.
And and then you want to talk to the sound crew, and you want to sound check. What are we doing here? And he goes, there's no monitors.
Yeah, he's looking at you going like, I don't know if you knew, but I'm a rock star.
Yeah, and I know all rock songs
right
by heart 10 times over. Yeah. And so it was over.
And you were like, I was the rock fan comedian who just asked the rock star, can I have monitors so I can sing AC/DC?
And you know what?
What?
It's a good thing it didn't happen, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because the difference between the Billy Joel moment was, oh my God, what's going on? I should not. What do you mean I'm going up on stage? Oh my God. My attitude here, now as David turned and started walking away, I went, oh my God, I have to do this. I'm going to write down all the lyrics and I'm going to learn it before I go. And I went to look for him to go, dude, I'm in. I'm in.
I got the lyrics.
And it was too late. It was too late. If I did it that night, A, I know I would have brought the house down, but B, I would have done it for the wrong I would have been, I think my head would have swelled quite a bit that night. I just feel like that was the night of, oh yeah, you ready for this? You ready for this? Yeah. Madison Square. Dave, take a seat. Take a seat. I know you're huge, but all you guys, take a rest. I'm going to acapella this. I'm going to acapella. No one play. I just want them to hear me. I feel like that would have been in my head rather than just enjoying the moment.
Right. I'm not enjoying this moment anymore. Now I'm a rock star.
Yes, I felt.
And it's like,
I truly feel, I'm a rock star now. Dave Grohl's got me up because he knows.
Whereas Dave Grohl was like, I just want to have some fun, man.
That's it.
I just want to have some fun.
Because last week I brought a 7-year-old. Tonight I'm bringing you.
It's a goof, bro. There's a segment in the show.
Dude,
it's a goof.
Tomorrow I'm with the king of, in another country. It's a goof. I'm just trying to help you. Just trying to have fun with Jim Brewer.
Yeah, that's true. You wanted it too much.
I wanted it.
You wanted it too much.
I did.
And you would have sang it. You would have done a fabulous job. Yep. You would have had all the lyrics. Everything would have gone well. And then you would have gone backstage and kind of nudged and angled about maybe getting on the tour. Maybe
hey, if you guys ever needed an opener.
Yeah, I thought that went really well. I don't think that was a New York thing out there, man. I think that would work all over the country.
I made this album. I don't know if you heard it a couple years ago. It was pretty good. You ever hear Rob Caggiano? He used to be in Anthrax. Anyway, you should check it out, man. It's pretty good. It was a good thing it didn't happen. And I actually, Foo Fighters came to a Metallica concert while we were out on tour.
Uh-huh.
And I don't remember the city, but all I remember is they were backstage. And I had a live camera so that people can see what's going. I had big screens so people could see what's going on backstage. If I brought a camera back there, and I walked up to him like, Dave and Taylor. I'm like, can you guys do a thing? And he looked at me and he goes, well, I asked you to do something, and he didn't really come through on that. And I was like,
just pour some salt in that wound.
And I went, I really wanted to.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I felt.
Dave Grohl just has the ability to embarrass you. He makes you say embarrassing things.
And he didn't. And again, he's just like, hey, man, let's have fun. I just, God.
I would have. Dave, I was ready. I was looking for you. I was ready to do it.
You left the room, and I had all the lyrics on my arms. I can do it now. Watch this. In the beginning. 1955.
And he's looking at you going like, Jim, the reason I asked you to do it is because I thought we were on the same level. Why you lowering yourself so? Wait.
Yeah, but now I'm with Metallica.
I was watching. God. Part of the great thing about the YouTube generation that we live in is that tons of your Metallica stuff is on YouTube.
Really?
Have you seen it?
No, I cannot.
Jim Breuer opens in this town. Jim Breuer opens in that town.
No.
And I was watching a little bit. First of all, I thought it was just amazing. Just you being the fan that you are of Metallica and metal in general, that you get to go on Metallica stage before they come out and just play Name That Tune or sing along with Pantera. You just get to play Walk.
Can I tell you that I wanted to do? There's so many things I wanted to do on the tour. I wanted to do this, bring people from the audience up and make a lighting show and give them a karaoke metal moment. And then I realized from the game show, once I would bring people up, and there were certain shows I would do game shows, and people freeze on stage.
They get nervous.
They want to do it, and then they're up on stage, and they're like, "Oh God, I'm on stage where Metallica plays." And they're looking at the sheets, and they're looking at the equipment, and then they realize, "Oh my God, there's 15,000 people staring at me," and they're booing. They're booing now. They're booing. And
how do I make them stop?
This guy just threw a beer. He threw a beer at me, and I'm just trying to get by this moment. And I realized, and everyone tried to talk me out of, "Don't bring them on stage. Don't bring them on stage." So I went back and forth and went, all right, how about I will go up there and we'll sing along work. I'll call it metal karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
and we put together 5 songs, only tops 45 seconds to a minute long. And I got to say, no disrespect to Pantera, I had no clue. Hands down, that song "Walk" was I thought the roof was gonna go flying off every arena. When that song came on, the entire arena everyone on the floor would start bouncing.
I mean, that's one of those songs that immediately, as soon as you hear like dun, 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 everybody knows.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah,
and so that, and then the ultimate is when it's over. The last song was I did "Highway to Hell." And the entire arena, because everyone knew that one.
Of course.
And that was definitely one of my, I won't say best. Yeah, I'll say best. That was the most entertaining for me. I couldn't wait to do that every night because they're like, oh, you guys are going to love what I'm going to do for you now.
And they did love it.
Oh, they loved it.
I liked it. Like, I think I don't know that I've ever seen it done before. You did crowd work, but you went in the crowd.
Yes.
To do the crowd work. Like, you could see all these videos. I was watching one.
Yeah,
where you found these old guys. One of them had like a big white beard.
Oh, yeah.
And you found them, and like, I'm just kind of like flipping through the YouTube video, and like, you just go up to them, and you're just on the floor, but the spotlight's on you, and you got the microphone, everybody can hear you, and they're older guys, so you go, hey, you guys get that colonoscopy? and like, you're talking to this arena, and everybody's like, huh? And you're like, and they're like, no colonoscopy, and you're going, you're over 50, you got to get one. And then Breuer goes, it'll have you feeling clean right after, but a messy night before. Everybody's there to see Metallica, and there's Breuer just talking about the benefits of a colonoscopy.
And I gotta say, the funniest moments like that, it was really cool to hear the entire arena, or most of the arena, you hear the laughter of, it wasn't like, here. And what I loved about those moments was they're not paying to see me. There's comics out there to sell out arenas and stadiums and all that, so they're paying to see them. Nobody's paying to see Jim Breuer go to see Metallica. So
nobody's even paying to see comedy.
No.
Right?
No.
Right.
So they already come in with their arms folded, and they walk out like, what the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here?
Who the hell is that guy?
Why is he coming in the crowd? What are we at, Circus Olay? What the hell is going on? But yeah, man, that was a real good time. And by the time it was over, I'm gonna say, if they ever asked me to do it again, it would be it's gonna be 10 times better.
You're ready to do it completely.
I got ideas, but I know are gonna work.
Now you know what it is, right?
I know what it is.
I mean, you walk in going like, you just go up there and, do your thing. And you're like,
yeah.
What do you mean? Now you know exactly what the gig is.
I know what the gig is.
Yeah.
I know the team to put around me.
Right.
To make it really work.
Right.
It's, I have to say, besides show one, there wasn't one night where they were like, get the fuck off the stage. There may be people going, I can't stand this guy. But I've played arenas before that they didn't pay to see me. And when a few people start turning on you, it turns into a section.
Right.
Because they just love, we hate him. Yeah, you suck.
Oh, wait, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, section 103. You suck. You get on the stage. And when you're fighting sections, you're in a bad place.
So do you look at that, and then, because you said it happened night one, do you look and like one section starts going, and do you go, oh no. This is going to be contagious.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you got to stop that real quick. Basically, you're at the circus when you go see the circus.
Yeah.
And you want the lion tamer to get eaten.
Right. Of course you do. That's why you're paying your ticket.
He's in the cage. There's lions in circles all around him. All he's got is a bullwhip. and Section 105 is now trying to paw him. and now this line came off the. No! Get back on the stool.
Yeah, because the other line's going to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
we can rebel.
Yes,
we can eat this guy. We're lions.
What are we doing?
Yeah, the last thing you want, if one line, you might be able to deal with it. But if all the lions start to become self-aware, it's over.
You're done.
You're finished. There's nothing you can do.
Rebellion against you. And even the first show, it wasn't sections. It was just bad timing.
Right.
We went up too early. They said they were going up at 8:30. They didn't go up at 8:30. I got them all hopped up at 8:28.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, we need 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes? And I gave them 10 minutes. Now they're getting hostile.
Right.
And they went, we need at least another 5-10. Another 10?
You told us 20 minutes ago they were coming out.
Yeah. And that I remember the DJ on stage, get Joe Sib. He's on stage. And he's calling me while he's on stage. Jim, come here. Jim, come here. I go, he goes, we gotta get the fuck off the stage right now. I went, I know, man, I'm trying. I don't. What do you want me to do? They said they want me on stage, and I don't know. What am I gonna do? It was after that I learned. I'm like, all right, we're not gonna be in that predicament again.
Right. So, well, with all this going on, you also have a new album coming out tomorrow.
I forgot I was even promoting that.
Right. That's
right.
what we're here for, after all. Clearly, Live from Portland comes out tomorrow on all digital platforms. You recorded it at the Helium Comedy Club in Portland.
And Sam, I swear to God.
Yeah.
This was not meant. It wasn't planned.
This wasn't supposed to be the album.
No.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't even supposed to be filming an album or recording an album.
Mm-hmm. Do you just record every set?
I do record my sets, but I don't professionally audio tape. And the videos that you watch, like on Patreon or on my social media stuff, I have I call him the kid. He follows me around. He films everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were in Portland, we had a couple days off, and we were doing a food drive, and we were feeding homeless with some of the crew.
Uh-huh.
And I booked the room because we had 2 nights off, and I'm like, you want me to book a? Because they said, well, if you book a club, maybe we can ask them to do a food drive, and we get more food for the. So it was all about feeding homeless in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
So I called up Helium, like, hey, can we get in there? Boom, got in there. It sold out. Oh my God, it sold out. I'm always worried about selling tickets. And if you brought cans of food, I brought boxes of merch. You just take whatever you want. You want to take 20 DVDs, just take them.
It's all old stuff.
Yeah, I want them out of the house.
Yeah.
I want them out of the house. And I did my set, and I often wing the first 15, 20 minutes wherever I am. And, I've been doing stuff. I probably have 2.5 hours over the last 2-3 years, maybe more. And I didn't do stand-up in a little while, which when I'm the best. So I'll do consistent, tight sets, and then I'm off for a little while, and I get a lot looser. So I did the set, and the end of the show, he goes, hey, I just want to let you know, I recorded tonight. And I looked at him like, no shit, jackass. I asked you to videotape it. And he goes, no, I it's professionally recorded.
Like through the board and everything.
And I went, okay, cool. Like, all right, well, what does that do for me? Like, what I got on my phone, I'm going to listen to it later from my notes. And he goes, yeah, tonight was really good. I went, oh, good, I'm glad. And I'm like, good, a 20-year-old likes me. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
And about a month later, my manager goes, we should make this an album. I went, Portland? Because have you listened to it? Well, no. He goes, it's really good. I went, really? You liked it? He goes, I'm not even. Because you really need to lift. He goes, you ended on something really. It was thought provoking. It was heavy, and it was hilarious. And what the hell did I end on? He told me what I ended on. I went, oh, I forgot I did that night. And he goes, in the beginning, you did this whole thing about what Metallica tour is like. And I went, oh my God, I forgot that, which to this day I forgot. I haven't even done that material.
So that was just that night?
Yes. And
wow.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
And there was always part of, this is why I started filming everything. I'm like, it's frustrating when I'm in Minnesota and I do half hour of the off the cuff stuff, and then I go on my material, and it's material that's just gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, you got to listen to it. And I'm like, Sam, I listened for 3 minutes. I said, it sounds amazing. That's all I cared about was the sound.
Like the audio quality.
Can you hear people laughing?
Yeah.
That's all I care about. And then I forgot about it. And they're like, yeah, there's going to be an album and we're going to, it's going to be here. I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden this week, they're like, you got all this press. I'm like, that's a lot of press. Don't we just let the album go? And he went, no, I'm telling you, this is more special than you realize. And I went, okay.
So you don't necessarily remember everything that's on the album, but you're told it's very, very special.
Correct.
Okay, then, I mean, look.
I'm just being blatantly honest. I would love to say, I worked so hard for a year.
You
just
forgot
gathering.
it existed.
I swear on my life.
Okay, well,
I'm being honest.
I trust the people that you trust.
Me too.
Right?
Me too. Me too.
You know,
I've been around a long time.
Right. And your manager's not going to put something out that is bad because he's managing you.
No, and he started a record label just to get this out there. He's like, dude, you sparked me to, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I went, all right, I trust you.
So he started a record label just so he could release this album?
Well, and others. I mean, he's now.
But this was the catalyst.
This was the first one on Serpico Records. Yeah.
Man. Well, then it must be something special.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, are you going to listen to it once it comes out, or
no?
You're done.
No, I'm done.
Done.
I'm working on this other stuff. There's nothing I could do about that.
Right.
So
it's over, but it's not over for the rest of us. We'll all be able to enjoy everything that happened in Portland. It's out tomorrow. You can get it everywhere. Of course, the Patreon page is big. That's where you're filming everything. You put video clips.
I put everything on there, and just do Facebook and Instagram and all that jazz. But I really enjoy the Patreon stuff. Yeah,
Patreon.com/Jim Breuer. What's great about Patreon is that not only can you make some cash, but it's how you make it so that it's just your core fan base. You're talking to the people who this is what they want. You're not trying to make the world into Jim Breuer fans.
No.
You're trying to supply content for
That's it.
Jim Breuer fans.
That's it.
Yeah.
And, we'll see what happens after that. I know it pays for my production.
That's it.
Right now, it's pretty much my production costs XYZ.
Yeah.
To put this guy up, pay him, edit this, film around, fly him here, do this. The Patreon
pays for the Patreon.
Literally, I don't make a penny.
Right.
But it pays, it balances out. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I still love doing this. So
it's worth doing it to get the content out and everything.
Absolutely.
Well, Jim, it's always good talking to you, man.
This was a great hang.
This was fun.
No disrespect to Jim if he was sick and all, but we had a nice time today.
We did have a nice time today. You got to come back soon, man.
I will. I saw Jimmy last night, and I hope he feels better because he is sick.
He went home early yesterday.
Yeah,
he never goes home. I told him, he had no voice all week, and I'm like, Jim,
yeah, he was
take a day off when you're sick. It's no problem.
He showed up at the Comedy Cell last night. He's like,
of course he did. I told him, don't show up at the Comedy Cellar.
No, he did. It's like, why do you need a cellar set for 20? Why are you going to play in front of 8 people from France? Actually, no, it's always sold out now.
Right. But still, I said,
why?
Take a couple days off the cellar, get better. Otherwise, you're going to be sick for the next 24 days.
Yes.
Well, whatever. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll talk to him on Monday. We'll be back after this. Appreciate you, Jim Breuer, and stay tuned. Welcome back here on a Thursday. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Jim is, of course, in Sandy Franny this weekend. He's in San Francisco, so go check him out if you're in the area. Is our final guest of the day here yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. They will be here soon. It's very, very exciting. It's Wrestlemania weekend. Everybody, we're all at a fever pitch right now. Especially Travis. He's very, very excited. Speaking of excited, where did we all land on the Joker trailer? The Joker trailer was released yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
It's just so funny because the song lyric just now.
Yeah, I heard
it was
that
the
too.
soundbite. It was like, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
I
And
thought
I'm
that
like,
was Reed in the background.
I love that she used the stuff from The Office.
that's what it's. Yeah, it sounded. You know what's sad? It did sound like Reed, but it was also clearly the big fat guy from The Office. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you about Reed? Reed is our own Kevin from The Office. A lot of people don't like reruns. I got to tell you, I watched it a couple times. First of all, I thought it was nuts that Joaquin Phoenix was even attempting this. I don't know why anybody would want to play the Joker. The question is, what's his name from 50 Seconds to Mars? What's the guy's name?
Heath Ledger?
Jared Leto.
Jordan Catalano?
Jordan Catalano. Was he a bad enough Joker that it wiped the palette so that somebody else could take the reins? Because I think he was bad, but I think he was also forgettable. So you end up in a scenario, especially when you got Joaquin Phoenix being real life Joker, not like crazy comic book wacky Joker. That's going to remind people of Heath Ledger immediately. And I mean, just hearing about it, I thought it was nuts that it was happening just because it'd be such a difficult thing for somebody to do. Does that make sense? Like Heath Ledger crushed it on a level that, he crushed it so hard he died. He acted the Joker to death. He was so good as the Joker that he's dead. Okay, that's how good he was. So that's what you have to come back from. However, I watched this Joker trailer, and I think I'm going to go see this Joker movie. I thought it looked really good. I was like, I'm interested. You watch the Joker, you see him without his paint on. He's just a regular guy. Got a lumpy torso, very, very skinny. A bunch of people beat him up while he's wearing clown makeup on, except he's not an evil clown. He's a good guy clown. Bunch of people beat him up. And then, of course, that's going to drive you crazy to the point that you become an evil clown. And then by the end of the trailer, he's the evil clown. A lot of theories popping up. First of all, here's a couple of things I thought they did good in the trailer. There's a moment where Joaquin is at a comedy show before he's got his Joker paint on, and he laughs at the comedian. And I believe, and Rob, you're a little more versed with comic book movies than I am, and so are you, Travis, but I believe that was a little tip of the hat to this is what the Joker's laugh is going to sound like. Everybody wants to know what's Joaquin going to sound like as the Joker. That to me was like, oh, he's not the Joker yet, but that's going to be the Joker's laugh, yes?
Could be, yeah.
I think I'm on the right track with that.
Yeah, also, did you catch his name?
I was just calling him Joaquin the whole time.
No, his name is Alfred Fleck, which Fleck.
A Fleck.
People are saying that it's a shot at Ben Affleck.
Nice. Do you really think so, though?
No.
I don't think so either.
Not at all.
No, it doesn't. I don't think that's...
Right.
I mean, you can take first of all, Ben Affleck played Batman, not the Joker.
Right.
And second of all, why would you bother? You finally want to do something good with this. You're going to bring up Ben Affleck again?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't think that is. But the theory that I did read that I was like, yeah, totally, was there's a scene in the trailer where he puts his fingers in a kid's mouth, kind of like what Joe Biden does. He puts his fingers in a kid's mouth, and he makes him smile. A lot of people think that that's baby Bruce Wayne. And I go, yeah, probably. I mean, the age makes sense because the Joker kills Batman's parents. Isn't that right, Rob?
Correct. No.
Yeah, he did. I saw it in Michael Keaton Batman. Jack Nicholson killed Batman's parents. What do you mean, no?
There's a
Joker killed Batman's parents. What do you mean, no? How could I have been wrong all these years?
No, that wasn't... the Joker didn't kill Batman's parents.
I've definitely known that for the last 30 years, that the Joker killed Batman's parents. Are you telling me right now that the Joker did not kill Batman's parents?
I'm almost 100% sure he did not kill...
I trust your... I was going to say I trust you about as far as I could throw you, but I've been working out, so I could probably give you a good heave.
Oh, we'll see about that. But also in Batman Begins, it was not the Joker. It was...
I'm not worried about Batman Begins.
But it was...
We don't know who it was in Batman. It was Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins. I don't know anything about Ra's al Ghul, okay? All I know is I'm watching this Tim Burton movie, and the Joker killed Batman's parents.
Okay.
Right? So, you mean to tell me all this time the Joker did not kill Batman's parents? Travis, did the Joker kill Batman's parents or not?
Did you see it happen?
Yeah, in the Tim Burton movie.
Then it's canon.
What's canon?
It means it's official. It happened.
That's what that means?
Yeah.
I'm learning crazy stuff today.
You know
I'm telling you.
Canon means?
You never stop learning. That's the lesson.
I don't think there's really an official Joker backstory.
Now there is.
There's a whole
Joaquin Phoenix.
I mean, there's different ones.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. He took care of his mom in the bath. He killed Batman's parents. He became the Joker. He got hit in the head with a sign. He became the Joker.
I was not interested in seeing this movie.
But
that trailer was fucking good.
It's a great trailer.
Really good trailer.
You know, our friend from LA, Roxy, is here. Roxy, come on up. Roxy is part of the what's the Collider YouTube channel? Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Let me. There you go.
Also, Sam, big DC fan, DC movie news for Popcorn Talk, so I can help you out with this one if you need a little bit of help.
Thank God you're here, because Rob, I don't think Rob knows what he's talking about.
I know you were freaking out.
Did not kill Bruce Wayne's parents.
Rob sounds like he's talking crazy talk right now, because Roxy, you're on Popcorn Talk. You cover the DC universe over there. Collider is like a giant pop culture universe. You cover all that. You do all kinds of stuff for AfterBuzz. If anybody knows, it's going to be you. Did the Joker kill Batman's parents?
Sam, you're not going to like the answer.
If it's a yes, you're right. I won't like that because it's sad.
There have been many iterations.
I hope that's where you're going.
A lot of iterations, and some, in which one you're talking about, he claims yes. But the Joker and Batman are typically around the same age.
What?
And so he would had to have been a child when it happened.
No, he was a grown-up. He's older than Batman.
They're typically supposed to be around the same
my
age. They came
God.
up together, Sam.
Look, I was informed that the Joker killed Batman's parents, fell in some acid, became the Joker.
Yeah, the vat of
part's right.
acid.
Yeah.
Him and Harley. It's a true love story, Sam.
Harley Quinn better not be in this movie. Because it's going
No,
to remind
there's no
everybody
way.
of stupid Jordan Catalano.
But there's another movie coming out with Harley Quinn in it.
That's the next Suicide Squad.
Yes.
But that's the one that Guardians of the Galaxy is directing.
Yes.
That
James
might be
Gunn.
good.
She has her own movie, too.
I was just thinking they should do more superhero movies.
Birds of Prey, One Emancipation of the
my-
True Harley Quinn, or something like that. It's a crazy long title.
Is Margot Robbie playing her?
Yeah, she
All right,
is.
I'll check it out
Yeah.
then. All right, I will. All right. Harley Quinn, you can do more Harley Quinn.
Because she was great as Harley Quinn. It's just that movie was awful.
Plus, she got a whole bunch of Comic-Con girls cosplaying in little short shorts with pigtails.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Reed is writing me notes. Does he know anything about this Joker situation? Travis, could you find this?
Yeah, he's coyly smiling and saying, I do. You want him in there?
He's talking about this famous comic that was like the origin of.
Well, I know.
the Joker
He
called
says
The Killing Joke.
Yeah, you could have Reed come in. He says that this movie is based in large part on the graphic novel The Killing Joke, which I know of The Killing Joke, but I never read the whole thing. I assumed it kind of ended with Joker killing Bruce Wayne's parents. And if you're going to tell me that that didn't happen, I am going to be utterly shocked right now.
Actually shoots Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
Well, you could shoot two
Oracle.
people.
Yeah.
You could shoot, well, technically three. You could shoot Bruce Wayne's parents and Commissioner Gordon's daughter. One doesn't cancel out the other, is all I'm saying.
It's a really good point, Sam,
Thank
honestly.
You don't have to read it
I'm not
anymore.
giving up on this.
There is a movie, The Killing Joke.
It's too much.
It's animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A superhero cartoon movie.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'll spend my time with that. Reed.
Yes, sir.
Do you know?
No.
If you don't know?
I don't.
You're going to assume you don't. Because I assumed you don't,
Whenever
too.
you talk to me with that tone, I feel like you know I don't know.
No. This isn't about you. This is me getting very, very... I'm in a state right now.
All right.
Because something that I knew to be a fact... Literally, I was talking to my wife about it last night. I'm like, people think that might be Bruce Wayne. And you know what she said? She said what Roxy said. She said, isn't the age difference too much? And you know what I said? Maybe potentially sounding like a fucking idiot. I said, no, the age difference is right because he killed Batman's parents.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought the whole allure, part of the fear was that, like, no, we don't know anything about the Joker. He didn't kill Batman. I mean, there might be a comic. I'm not a super big comic book nerd, but I know that maybe in one comic he did. But for the most part, I thought the scary part about the Joker is we know nothing about him, which is why in The Dark Knight, every time he, like, talks about
he's
his
telling
past,
the scar stories
he did different parts about
But can
it.
you tell me if he killed Batman's parents or not? I need to know.
I would say no.
Why would you say that? Do you know that, or are you just driving me
in this
crazy?
particular movie, I don't think he did because I think
You don't
their
know what's
purpose-
happening. Reed, I don't need... What do you mean you don't think that happened in this movie? You haven't seen the movie. How could you tell me what you think happens in the movie? You've only seen a 2-minute
Because I
trailer.
know that they're doing, they're making a point to separate all the movies apart from one another in terms of like a universe. So they're trying to almost separate the Joker even from a Batman story, which is why it kind of looks like this is a smaller budget type.
There's no way that they're separating the Joker from the Batman story.
Okay. Would you see Batman in the trailer?
I think I saw little kid Bruce Wayne.
Just because y'all little kid, like that's Bruce
He
Wayne.
Biden to Bruce Wayne. He Joe Biden Bruce Wayne. You see him stick his fingers in his mouth?
Did he call him Bruce? Brucey? Mr. Wayne?
No, but it's a brunette.
So we're just assuming.
It's a brown hair kid.
There's a lot
Another
of those.
solid point from Sam. It was a brunette.
It's a brunette. It's a brown hair. What color? Hey, Roxy, you would know. What color hair does Bruce Wayne have?
I believe he is a brunette.
6 points for me, Reed.
Yeah,
And I
Sam.
said it was a theory anyway.
And those look like pretty expensive clothes on that kid.
Oh yeah, and he's behind a gate.
Yeah.
What surrounds
turtleneck?
What surrounds Wayne Manor? Reed's favorite, Rob's favorite structure, a big solid gate. He likes
Right.
gates, fences, and walls.
Yep.
And that's what surrounds Wayne Manor. He's making this brunette, obviously rich kid in a pea coat of all things. Smile. How many rich people in Gotham City, Reed? Not that many. It's not that great of a town.
True.
I feel like you're jumping to conclusions.
Although, according to Reed, this probably won't even be in Gotham City because the Joker's going to be
it's
separated.
in Gotham. It's in Gotham.
Oh, that's weird. They're trying to separate him from Batman and still put him in Gotham
You don't
City.
even know the fact, and you're trying to say I'm wrong.
You're wrong, Reed.
It makes no sense.
How could they put him in Gotham City and separate him from Batman?
I'm not saying that's exactly what they're going to do, but I know there's a concerted effort.
You literally
to try
just
and-
said that.
All right.
It did sound like that's what you said.
Yeah.
Reed, I don't need you to come in here as the voice of reason making shit up.
It's a
crazy talk.
movie.
I said I didn't know anything for sure, but I know they're making a concerted
And then
effort.
you just started yapping. It's crazy.
So what's the point you're making?
I need to find out if the Joker killed Batman's parents or not. And I thought you were going to be able to tell me, and you don't know shit from Shinola, but you're still coming in here and talking about it.
You think Reed dives into the pool without knowing how to swim a lot?
He'd dive into an empty pool assuming there's water in it. I'll hit water at some point, broken neck.
I'm
Oh,
just
my
curious
God.
why he was in there with the shit-eating grin on his face when he knew nothing.
Because that's his resting bitch face, is a shit-eating grin.
Googling facts and trying to help.
So I can tell you, Sam, that sometimes the Joker will reenact the death of Bruce Wayne's parents.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about the actual death of Bruce Wayne's parents. Now,
Yeah, no, that was Joe Chill. His name is.
first of all, that's not even a real person's name.
It is. It's the look.
Joe Chill.
Batman discovers that Joe Chill, the small-time crime boss he is investigating, is none other than the man who killed his parents. Boom.
What?
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Joe Chill's not the Joker, right? A. Fleck is the Joker.
Alfred Fleck.
Oh, sorry.
I
How
think
come
it's
they-
Arthur Fleck.
Is it Arthur?
I think so.
Oh,
Alfred's,
okay. Why can't trust a
Alfred's
word you say?
butler.
Rob? I refuse.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I was reading Alfred Pennyworth is in this. So Alfred.
How come all the other ones have, like, the butler, who's, like, with rich people, is Pennyworth. The Riddler is Enigma. Like, everybody has names that fit them, except the Joker is just a guy named Fleck.
Yeah.
How about a fun name? How about, like, Johnny Punchline or something like that?
Maybe it is a shot at Affleck then.
Must
Maybe.
Okay. Ron in Columbus is going to clear this up for me because you guys, Reed especially, are just coming in here acting like maniacs. Reed, you belong in Arkham Asylum yourself. What's up, Ron?
Hey, Sam. How are you, buddy?
I'm okay. Been
So-
better.
I know. I'm surprised this hasn't been cleared up. Now, I am not a Batman expert, but what I do recall as my first Batman movie, which was Michael Keaton.
The Batman movie. It's the best one.
The Batman.
What?
That is true. Do you remember before the Joker had his paint on?
Yes.
Jack Nicholson turned to him and said, that saying that he said after he shot.
Yes, exactly. You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
Moonlight.
Yes.
Yeah, Sam.
Yes. Thank you, Ron, for finally bringing some sense into this room. You got 15-year-old Reed in here who doesn't even know who Michael Keaton is, coming in here talking facts that are coming straight out of his asshole.
Michael, he's the one from Spider-Man: Homecoming, right? He's that actor. He
Yep.
played Vulture, I think.
He's the Birdman.
Well, that was a different Joker. That was Jack
In Birdman?
Napier. No, in the Batman.
Napier, not Napier.
But same thing.
You really think that
Napier
Batman's
is
better than The
what
Dark Knight?
Reed's been taking for the last 2 days.
I was sick.
Yeah, I'll bet you were. I'm sick of you. Anyway, what were you saying?
I said, you really think that one's better than The Dark Knight?
Yes.
You said, why?
It's fucking awesome. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Oh,
It was the first serious superhero movie.
yeah, but it's not the best, just because it's the first.
Reed.
I think, and especially when it comes to villains, for instance, talking about the Joker, the best Joker so
Is
far.
Jack Nicholson.
Okay, so we're doing this.
We cleared it
We're
up.
doing
Have
this-
you seen Batman 89?
Batman what?
80,
Oh, that's what you call it.
1989. Yeah,
'cause it came
Batman
out.
89. Yeah.
No,
Okay,
no,
all right.
I
Let me
haven't.
calm down.
But you're saying it's not the best.
Reed,
No,
you
I'm
need
saying-
to take a fucking walk. You're arguing for a movie you haven't even seen.
I'm saying it can't be the best. I love The Dark Knight, and no one's ever talked about that being a better Batman movie than The Dark Knight.
All the time.
Travis.
All the time.
Travis, he's driving me crazy, Travis.
Well, it can't be the best. I've never seen it.
Sam, you said it's the first. He said just because it's the first doesn't mean it's the best. He hasn't seen the movie.
He's never even seen the film. Reed, you're having a debate about a movie you haven't seen. Are you totally out of your mind?
Possibly.
Okay.
I guess so.
Do you see that there's a flaw in that logic? You come in here, talk about whether or not the Joker killed Batman's parents. You have no clue. You do not know.
I was just Googling facts. I was trying to help out. I didn't turn to Travis, and
I think I need that drop. I was just Googling facts.
I didn't turn to Travis and was like, "Oh, I got this. I know everything."
No, but you gave him that Reed smile. Like, don't worry, I'm going to put Sam in his place.
No,
I've been
also
Googling facts.
when you type the facts to Sam and you present it as your information.
Oh, no, I was smiling because I knew it was about to happen, which was this.
Reed, you should play the Joker.
No, I'm good.
You're a crazy person.
Sometimes.
Just like the Joker. Have you ever heard anything like this, Roxy?
No.
I mean, does this make any sense?
You know what Kevin Undergaro says?
What does he say?
You've been millennialed.
Maybe I have.
But we're both millennials.
Technically, I am a millennial.
You can't jump off the
I'm an
millennial train.
outlier.
Technically, I think you're a Gen Z. So.
No, we've established this. Trust me. I am the last
I don't
year
think that,
of
I don't
the millennial.
think Reed's got any gens to speak of.
I'm loving this.
Are you?
Ba, 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 ba. Let's go to Rick in Denver. I mean, Nick in Denver. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Sam. So, yeah, I actually was called in to say, yeah, he did kill Batman's parents in the 89 Batman movie.
Yeah.
But that actually wasn't the first Batman movie. There's one in 1943.
Well, I didn't know the 1943 version. I've seen the one that is based on, like, the 60s series, like the TV series that they made that's kind of like a cornball movie. But I don't think I've ever seen the 1943 movie.
Me neither, because it looked like it sucked. But,
Yeah.
yeah, the one in the 60s was cool with Adam West. He's dead now.
Yeah, that's a cool movie. I enjoy that one. He is deceased. He's very dead. But so is Heath Ledger. But I enjoyed that one, but I still think that Michael Keaton's Batman is my favorite Batman movie. Reed objects, even though I don't know if Reed's ever seen a movie to speak of.
No, I haven't.
You see The Dark Knight?
No, I haven't seen
Okay,
Dark Knight. I don't know what that is. I thought we were just saying things. My bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. Reed.
He Googled it.
You thought it was just time for words, right?
No, I thought that's what we were doing. And we were
okay.
like role playing at people who've seen movies.
Oh, okay. No, it's all good. All right, guys. Well, I think, did you just say he's on his way back?
Yeah, he's on his way back.
He's coming in right now?
Yep, couple minutes. 1 minute.
1 minute? All right. Well, then let me just real quick go to
Enough
Gage.
time for Reed to get out of there.
And Charles. Yeah, Reed, take a walk, buddy. I
All
appreciate your input.
No problem.
Very much. I love the way your brain works, Reed. You're a great guy. Gage, what's going on, pal?
What's going on, Jim?
My name's
Sam, I
Sam.
mean, holy shit.
No, it's
Yes,
good.
hi, Sam.
Hey.
Hi. So, Joker, Joker killed Batman's parents in the 89 Batman, but normally it is Joe Chill. But there's actually Joe Chill, yeah. But actually, there's a theory, and it is just a theory, so it's not canon or anything, that Batman only remembers that because it kind of motivates him to go after Joker.
Now that makes
More.
sense. And did you just say canon because
Yeah,
it's a new
so-
word we all learned today?
No. in the story, in the story of Batman, it's that Joe Chill killed him. But then because the 89 Batman shows that, a lot of people theorize that it's just his way of kind of staying motivated to go after that villain is to remember them killing his parents.
I see. Thank you, Gage. The Joker represents crime in Gotham, which is close to Batman's heart because crime is represented by the murder of his parents.
You feel better about this now, Sam?
That, at least it makes more sense than the crazy talk that Reed was throwing at me.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know, man. I enjoyed it, though. Well, Roxy, thank you also for clarifying all that. Yeah, we have a guest coming in right now, and he's got a WWE Championship match coming up at WrestleMania, which is unbelievable based on the story that's been told. Ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Kingston. is here. What's going
up?
on, man?
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm fantastically well, just hanging and banging, walking and talking, you know what I mean? Big media day today, but it's all good. Everything is great.
Yeah, how is it doing media right now without, you've been in a group called The New Day for years, and you guys are joined at the hip. You got your New Day shirt on.
Yeah.
Usually you walk around in matching tracksuits.
I know.
I mean, it's family. And you do media together always.
Yes, it's very strange. So I actually had a media day in Baltimore a couple days ago for SmackDown, and that was by myself. I was on the Fallon show last night. That was alone. So I guess it's a good thing because we're all like doing different things. We have our hands in a lot of different pots right now, and we're kind of diversifying. But it's definitely very strange to be doing a media day solo.
Do you feel like it's that on some level WWE is seeing how this goes? We're putting him in the WWE Championship match. Let's see if he can shine by himself.
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, I've even before New Day though, I would do media days by myself. So I don't know if that would be like a test. You know what I'm saying? I would hope that they think that I can handle it by now. 11 years being on television with the WWE. Like
you guys know I was
now. Then
I was here before New Day. You guys know that, right? Like you're a comic book guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Did Joker kill Batman's parents?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, see, this is something I literally just found out before you walked in.
Joe Chill.
That's what they all told me. I had no idea.
Yeah. Come on, Sam.
Because in the Tim Burton movie, they showed Jack Nicholson killing Batman's parents.
Right.
And so for years,
oh my God,
I've been living
that
this.
was your truth.
That's my truth.
Oh my God.
And you're looking at me like you're an ignorant fool. Like that's crazy. Well, Kofi, I mean, the story of Kofi Kingston, for those that don't know, is like you said, you've been in WWE for 11 years. You've been popular, but never in the WWE Championship match.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't happened for you.
Right.
2 months ago or so, a couple months ago, one of the wrestlers ends up getting injured, and he's taken out of a match legit. And Kofi, you get called in to be his replacement in that match. It was a 6-way elimination chamber match. And the lead up to, and that match itself became so big, and you became so, people were reminded of how much they wanted you in that position, I think, that the fans kind of forced the WWE's hand into going, wait a minute, I don't know what the plan was before, but WrestleMania is in a couple months. I think that Kofi's the one who needs to get this WWE Championship match.
Yeah, it's been surreal. Like the support from the fans has been amazing, and like you said, it's one of those things where like you don't realize, or I didn't realize like how much they wanted this. I knew that I wanted it,
right?
But it wasn't until like that gauntlet match, and I start getting to like the last few people, and people are just like losing their minds. I'm just like, wow, this is amazing to see this support, because that's what you work for. I've always said that I have no control over like the booking or where things are going to go. The only thing I can control is my performance in the ring, and I always try to do that to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? And it's paid off, and people have seen that and noticed that, and they want this as much as I do. So it's an awesome feeling to have that, just like unwavering support from the WWE universe.
When did you say to yourself, "Oh my God, I think this is a real possibility"? Because clearly, I mean, literally a week before the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
Right.
You weren't in the conversation.
Even less. Yeah, less than a week. It was something that, so I remember, and I've told the story a few times, like I barely do cardio. Like I'll lift, but I don't, like I'm small enough as it is. So for me to be on the treadmill, like burning off more unnecessary calories is probably not the best thing. So, or I use that as an excuse to not do cardio. But, I, for whatever reason, decided to do cardio the Sunday before that SmackDown. And then I got a text at the show saying, hey, Ali's going to be hurt and he's not going to be in it. We're going to do a gauntlet match. You're going to be the replacement. Can you handle a gauntlet match? And I'm just like, yeah, of course. But I was mad that like I did the cardio before because my body's not used to like having to like, strain itself so much. I was like, I wouldn't have done cardio if I knew I was going to be in the ring for another hour. But
that's the key, that like it's a gauntlet match, but that means you were in that match for literally an hour.
Yeah. But at the same time too, like I've been around long enough to know that these opportunities are few and far between, and especially for me to even be like spoken about in this this title picture was something that I knew that I had to do well in. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like these opportunities are so rare. So it was my only objective to kind of like knock it out of the park, and I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah. So is that what you do? You go like, okay, I didn't know this morning when I woke up this wasn't happening.
Right.
But I've got 50 minutes to shine in this gauntlet match. I have to be the guy who stands out. Like, not just so, because it seems like, one strategy could be, well, we want Kofi to shine just so people aren't disappointed that somebody was replaced.
Sure.
I don't think anybody realized that Kofi's going to shine so bright that he starts outshining everybody.
Yeah. It's, again, being like fortunate to be in that position is great. And I've been using this quote for a while, but I just make sure to keep my blade sharp. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you just don't know. Like you're always one match away. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize it, but you're literally one match away from doing great things. And, you just kind of have to keep going out and having those great matches. And that always is the goal, because you just never know like what the result of that performance is going to be.
So that's easy for people to take from you now in the context of you proved it to be true. Mm-hmm. But how do you maintain that for 11 years, right? Yeah. 11 years you're going through this. And really, I mean, for me, so in 2009, you kind of flirted with the idea of maybe you are going to head towards the main event. Mm-hmm. I was at the Raw. You had a story going with Randy Orton.
Right.
I was at that Raw in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
Where everybody, you had this, but you jumped off one of the sections in the audience onto another section through a table, and everybody lost their minds. And everybody at that point in 2009 was ready for Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Something happened and it just got stopped in its tracks, I feel like. And it was like, okay, back to where we were before with Kofi.
Right.
So to realize that, one match can change everything, but also it can be taken away at a moment's notice.
Exactly.
How for the next 10 years do you maintain that sort of optimism?
You just have to, I feel like when I became a WWE superstar, it was always my goal to be the best. Like, you know what I mean? You strive so hard to have the best matches possible. You want to steal the show with every single opportunity that you get. So, and it does get hard sometimes. I told this story too. Like my first WrestleMania, we had the Money in the Bank. I think it was the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. And I did so many cool and amazing things that had never been done before in a ladder match, which is saying a lot because, you have Christian and Edge and the Hardys and the Dudleys who have done so many amazing things in ladder matches and set the bar so high. So when I was able to kind of go out there and do these amazing things that no one had seen, and then I come through Gorilla and everyone's a standing ovation. I'm like, oh my God, like things are about to take off. The very next day I'm not on Raw. So like, it's like, okay, like I just poured my heart and soul into this, and like I didn't get the result that I wanted, but okay, let's try it again. Now here we got the Orton situation, and going toe to toe with one of the greatest of all time, and Madison Square Garden, Roddy Piper was involved in the segment. I come out to save Roddy Piper. Let's pause on that. Like a lot of people forget about that. I came out to save Hot Rod Roddy Piper.
Who is going to be the hero to save Roddy Piper?
And it's me. Like, just weird, man. But, it was an amazing event, amazing match, an amazing situation in Madison Square Garden, because a lot of people know when you come to New York, like everybody tries to be cool and cheer for all the bad guys. You know what I mean? So in the beginning of that situation, people were cheering for Orton, and I remember like getting beat up or getting thrown over one of the guardrails, and everyone's like, oh yeah, get him, Randy. But by the end of that segment, when I was the one who was jumping off the table onto him, everybody was on their feet chanting my name. So we were able to like turn people in that moment.
And it was organic and it was real.
Yeah. So those are the moments that you strive to have, and the opportunities that you strive to have and take advantage of. So you just do it. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's very hard. It's very easy to like be jaded a lot of the times when you put a lot into this and you're not getting what you want. But like I said, the only thing that I can control is my performance, So if I get jaded and now I allow it to let my performance slide, then I deserve or I don't deserve to get, to reap the benefits and have the sweet fruits or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
how did you feel about the kind of the subtext of everything that's going on in your storyline? Because the whole, anyone but us phrase, I think that those of us that look a little deeply kind of know what's being said.
Yeah.
And it's pretty wild that is being said and being honestly said on WWE TV.
Yeah.
You know, how do you feel about the fact that that's part of this story?
Well, it's great. I think it's awesome because it is kind of like the elephant in the room, you know what I mean? But at the same time, when we say people like us, everybody can kind of relate to that, because what does it mean? Does it mean the fact that I come out in like pigtails and we wear pink and bright colors and I skip and I clap and I twerk, and you know, you don't want to see someone like that as a WWE champion? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we intentionally left it to be kind of vague, and there's a lot of people who identify with it for a lot of different reasons. And I think what the coolest thing about this storyline is that, you know, I mean, going to like a racial aspect, being an African American male on television doing great things, we always say it's so important to have representation to where someone who looks like you can look at the TV screen and say, wow, this is possible for me. He looks like me. I can do this. But at the same time, it's also important for people to identify with the fact that, hey, this guy is fighting from underneath. This guy is having mountains put in front of him, and he's climbing these mountains, and then more mountains are getting stacked on top, and he's still having to climb. And I'm having a difficult time in my life. Well, he's climbing these mountains. I can do that, you know, because he's doing it. So it's, like Kendrick Lamar said, there's levels to it. You and I know, you know what I'm saying? So it's so many different levels. And, for us to ignore that fact would do the whole story like injustice. So we just, you know, we're going out there and we just kind of lay it all out on the table and let it be what it is. So
I love that that's the era that we're in, that we're talking, like, the truth is being said. Like, the things that the fans are talking about are what's being reflected in the stories. There's not sort of things but just being masked and being like, oh, no, we're not going to address that. Like, things are being addressed.
Right. And yeah, like I said before too, like it's bigger than just one thing, but I think that we're doing a good job of addressing all of it, especially me going out there, and, you know, the 11-year journey in and of itself is crazy, you know, to have gone through this for that long and only be getting the chance now. Like, that is like the ultimate underdog, you know, keep fighting as hard as you can because you never know type situation as well. So like I said, man, there's levels to it. And just, I think that's why so many people are able to identify with this story, is because it covers so many different aspects of life in general.
Well, I got 1,000 questions for you, obviously, but I got to let you go. You got to, it's a media day. Yeah. It's not just a Sam Roberts day. So, of course, you got the WWE Championship match, which is huge, at WrestleMania 35, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the WWE Network from MetLife Stadium. And I mean, I don't recall the last time that a challenger went into a WWE championship at WrestleMania with this level of kind of groundswell support, and the stuff you hear from people in the locker room that are going out of character to say, I'm really happy this is happening. And it's a very cool thing to see. And I personally cannot wait for the video package that is presented before the match that will hopefully tell that 11-year story.
Yeah, they got a lot of footage. You know
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Kofi Kingston.
Word up, man.
Everybody watch WrestleMania, and we'll see you all on Monday.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
You got it, man. Goodbye, everybody.